The following show is not intended for children under the age of 17. There will be foul language and adult content. Viewer discretion is advised.
When I'm in my zone, I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another sucker who don't see the vision in you. So you gotta work harder times two. Gotta make it do what it do. With the limited sources you have, your dream is still a find motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it, get through it. Yeah. Mumble mentality activated. I waited for so long. Get burdens I've outweighed. When you see me in my zone.
There we go. It's time to do that thing we do on Wednesdays. It's your favorite past time, your favorite present time, and your favorite future time. Of course, you see it's two of us. The other three will either be here or they won't be here. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But as you can see, it is the original dynamic duo, the original dynasty, the original Splash Brothers, or Hall of Fame Splash Brothers, as we like to say when we play beer pong. So we make it do what it do. So, of course, as per usual, it ain't never going to change. I am the one that they call Mr. GQ, and I'm going back to fiber.
I am your boy, DJ Micah B. And has baseball been surpassed? That is the topic.
There's a backstory behind that.
By the way, I don't ever know how in my life, you're going to laugh at this. I don't know how ever in my life I used to drink this crap.
New Amsterdam?
I don't know if you saw me in the background, but I drink a lot of different things. And I can handle a lot of different things with the taste. This here is just, I don't even understand it. I don't know how I ever drank this. I don't know how I ever went to the store and willingly bought this.
Because that's what a lot of people drink. I didn't. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not a big, I don't like, if I'm drinking vodka, there is a problem.
Right. And so, like, this was given to me when I went to the liquor store. So I said, well, I might as well drink it because it was free. I got 3 free spins on the wheel. And I got this, I got a tequila, and I got something else. And I already drank the tequila. I already got the flavored liqueur. So I said, you know what? It's been a while since I drank some vodka other than Tito's, because Tito's is like the only vodka I actually do drink. And say, you know what? It's been a while. Let me try something else. And I had this, and I was like, this is horrendous. And you'll see me drink the rest of this eventually during this show, but you might see an egregious face.
Well, okay. Looking forward to it. Not really, but sorry, I was looking at I was a little salty, not a lot, but a little bit, because we lost to the Astros tonight 4-1, but it's okay.
I mean, after the way y'all pummeled us,
yes, correct.
Last night, y'all deserve the L.
I mean, it was 4-1, but I know what you're saying. I just wanted to. I really like, because we're like, yes, we're gonna make the postseason. We're not concerned about that. However, the Yankees are not far off. They're hanging on to like that last little wild card spot or whatever. But
it's crazy, coming back into this season. Let me tell you, right? I'm happy I made my headline about baseball. It is amazing that coming into the season, everybody thought the Red Sox was going to fall to the wayside, and everybody thought the Astros was going to fall to the wayside, and the Yankee was going to run away with everything.
I don't know who the fuck thought that.
Because, the Yankees have Aaron Judge and others that they think of.
And John Carlos Stanton and all this other shit.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, I don't care how much the Yankees stack up. They're not a cohesive team. They're a team of a bunch of stars like they have always done in the past. The difference was when they done that in the past, they had a man named Derek Jeter who everybody fell in line behind. There's a reason why his nickname is the captain.
You're not wrong.
And just like most sports, team chemistry plays a big part. The Yankees should not be as bad as they are. because paper says they should be pretty good. They
I
should
mean,
be.
paper. If people won off of paper, we'd have some things would be very different for a lot of different reasons.
Kobe and Shaq would have 10 championships if things went off of paper. But
And the quote unquote dream team Philadelphia Eagles team would also have a Super Bowl if that was the fucking case.
oh yeah,
There's a couple of other Patriots teams that would have had a fucking Super Bowl, like the one with Randy Moss. Like, so like papers. Like we're not
no,
gonna
no, no. The one with Randy Moss didn't need that championship. Nah.
no. But I'm just telling you that based on the whole paper thing. Hell, if it was really based on paper, hell, even last year the Bears would have been in the NFC Championship.
Man, I on whose papers? Wait a minute, time the hell out. What? Whose papers is that based on?
Just because they talked about how that rookie was had a stacked team. That's all. A stacked for a rookie. But granted, we also we know better.
Yeah, come on, man.
Obviously, I'm repping my team because I don't care what happens. I'm always gonna rep my team. That's never gonna change.
I mean,
because some of us are true fans no matter what happens, and that's just how it is.
That's me. I mean, it's crazy that people thought that, and people thought Jaden Daniels wasn't going to be anything in the NFL, but real people that understand real football, me and you both sat here last year and both said Jaden Daniels should be drafted first over Caleb Williams, and here we are.
Look at us now.
With a point proven. The Redskins ain't been to the NFC Championship game since they won their Super Bowl, and here they are.
Yep, look at them now. Hey, look at them now. Hey. They getting paper. Sorry,
man. You know what?
I'm getting some sports updates. Like I'm just like,
oh, I know what you're doing. So I'm gonna just chime in real quick. Fantasy football season is upon us, and because it's just us two, like in traditional fashion.
You ain't even.
Let's go old school. Let's go old school.
Let's
let's go old school and let's do something fun, okay? Let's say the draft is tomorrow. We're not doing we're not dynasty league in this because dynasty league would obviously draft different, right? You start tomorrow. Your league draft is tomorrow.
Okay.
You have the first pick, the number one pick in the draft.
Ooh.
For this year.
No, I'm following where you're going. It doesn't mean that I'm like that's man.
So if you have the number one overall pick, and let's just say this traditional fantasy, no defensive players. I mean, I know you personally, you would not take a defensive player anyway. But
okay.
Let's just say you have the number one overall pick in the draft. Who are you taking? And this is a traditional league where every single year the team changes.
I have the first pick. I think I've always thought about this question. That's what's crazy is I have like 3 players in mind at all times for stuff like this. And it would either be, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb because fuck all that. It's going to be Bijan Robinson. That's where like it's between Bijan, Jamar Chase, and those are really the main ones. Those are 2 like big time targets that maybe Saquon, like maybe. I don't really know how to feel about Saquon just yet because I'm like, it's not that he's getting old. It's just like we saw this is only in his entire career. It's only like the 3rd time that he's been relatively healthy. The last time he was fully healthy prior to last season, he won Offensive Player of the Year. The time before that, he won Rookie of the Year. So we've only seen this 3 times.
That was his first 2 years, right?
Correct. So I'm like I feel like he should be the de facto 1.01 as they like to say.
Okay.
However,
I
just have this thing. I have this thing about I feel like this is going to be the year that Bijan's going to be what I thought he would be last year. So, and
I
I'm
don't
okay
even
with
think
that.
Bijan. I don't even think Bijan wasn't what I thought he would be last year, or what you thought he would be last year. I think the splitting of the running backs.
Well, I think the days of the workhorse back are done for the most part. Even in Detroit, you have Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery. Either one of those back could be standalone ones. In Houston, you have now Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb. Um, in with the Chargers, you have Amarion Hampton, who they drafted, and you have Najee Harris, and you have like another one. Even with the Rams, who just paid Kyron Williams, they also drafted 3 other backs. The Patriots have Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. Like even Alvin Kamara has a 2. Like so, it's like there really is. If you go across the landscape of the NFL, even Baltimore doesn't like. Yes, you have Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry isn't the workhorse back that he once was because he does not have to be. And you now have Keaton Mitchell, who is back in the fold this year as well. So the days of the bell cow are done. However, when you're drafting, since we're having a fantasy conversation, not a real football conversation, folks, don't get all up in arms about shit. When you're talking fantasy, you have to look at which teams are either run centric or you've got to start doing research on understanding offensive coordinators. You've got to
Talk about
understand
it.
which offensive coordinators like to run the football. That's what you have to talk about. Like a guy like Greg Roman, who loves to run the football. That's a big deal. A guy like Arthur Smith loves to run the football. A guy like he's with the Jets now. Aaron Glenn? Aaron Glenn loves to run the football. So you have to start looking at which offensive coordinators are more so run centric is the way we're going to say it. So that's how you should be mindful of drafting your running backs. Yes, you can draft them based off a name. You can. If you want. You might be upset. You might.
So
But like,
here's
go for it.
I got an even better question for you. Let's run down these positions and let's just say who would be QB1, running back 1, 1, wide receiver 1 throughout the NFL. You know, I think this will be fun because I think we will have different opinions based on what we look for, because you know we look for different things, and whenever we're doing fantasy, and
okay,
what you look for normally wins. Just putting that out there.
Okay, so then
I have never beat you in fantasy football or basketball, so and not in the championship when it matters. I've beaten you once and got by you, but I lost in the championship game. So
okay, so you want to go who are the positional ones amongst quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end?
Correct.
Okay. For fantasy sake, PPR or standard or dynasty, doesn't matter. QB1, give me Lamar Jackson. That's just that to me. Like, yes, you can go with Josh Allen. You could even go with Jaden Daniels. I wouldn't be mad if you said either of those names, or even if you wanted to throw Jalen Hurts in there for the sake of fantasy. Even Joe Burrow. The reason I can't put Joe Burrow, Lamar's rushing upside trumps Joe Burrow's throwing because he throws a lot. That's the thing. Joe Burrow throws so much that he almost makes up for his lack of running, but he randomly runs at times. If Joe Burrow averaged 45 rushing yards a game with the amount that he throws, he'd be a top. He'd probably be one of the big 4. However, the big 4 currently, based on all the experts and everybody else, is Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, just Jalen Hurts, and Jaden Daniels. Those are currently the big 4 in fantasy right now. I think there's some people creeping in there. A guy like Justin Herbert, to me, has dropped to like tier 3 because he doesn't run as much because he keeps getting injured. He needs to just sit the fuck down. Kyler Murray, I would put him in tier 2, even though he's probably going to drop to tier 3 this year just because they say his injury history and everything else. But his rushing upside is just far too high. You have to have him at least in tier 2. Like, you're making a decision with Kyler if you're going to draft like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, or even Bo Nix. You're choosing, would you choose Kyler over any of those 4 guys? Like, that's where you put Kyler because of his rushing upside. specifically fantasy folks. A guy like Dak Prescott, who is an extremely consistent fantasy QB, he's probably going to drop
Yeah,
a tier. I think he'll be. I
he's
think he'll be
extremely consistent because he's very consistent in garbage time.
facts. And listen, in fantasy, we do not care.
We don't.
But I do think he'll be. I do think he'll be a tier 3 quarterback this year, though. Because I don't think he's going to run as much because of the way that offense is probably going to be set up with him and CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. But who's your QB1?
My QB1 is also Lamar Jackson because
okay,
it's actually quite simple. Why? I don't have a long explanation on this, and I think you'll understand this. For every touchdown that a quarterback in the NFL throws, and it's just me hypothetically speaking, I don't have the facts, to back this, but this is what I see on average whenever you're playing fantasy or whatever. For every touchdown a quarterback throws, Lamar Jackson normally has 1.5 touchdowns to his name because he'll normally throw one and run one in himself.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a quarterback receiver duo on the same team, it's really hard to trump Lamar's Jackson production when it comes to them 6-point scores.
Lamar, Josh Allen, and freaking Jalen Hurts.
Right. And
all three of those guys will have 1.5 touchdowns typically attached to them.
And more importantly, if you're in a standard league and not a PPR league, you're going to get points for Lamar Jackson running the football a lot. Even if you're in a PPR league, you're going to get points for him.
Yeah.
You're going to get points for him running the ball. But
I can tell you in standard or PPR, which is crazy, which is interesting. They have Josh Allen as the consensus number one QB1, excuse me. They do. And they have Lamar at 2. No matter in either of those situations, which is fine. It's debatable. And this year, I got to look at the schedule. Fantasy wise, I think Lamar has an easier schedule by a little bit. No, Josh Allen has an easier schedule. Jalen Hurts has an extremely hard schedule this year. So I'm curious about that one, how that's going to play out. And then something for you to keep your eye on, DJ Micah, for all the leagues that you're going to be participating in this year. Lamar and Josh Allen both have a week 7 bye, which is early as hell. No, we don't care about him. Okay, interesting. Gotcha.
All right. My bad.
You good?
I got a call. All right. So where we at?
Oh, I was just talking. We're on running backs. Where we were closing out the quarterback conversation.
Okay.
But I was just letting you know that Lamar and Josh Allen both have a week 7 bye this year, so they both have an extremely early bye week, which means you have them for the tough stretch of your fantasy season. If you want to look at it that way. Currently standing, they're the only quarterbacks who have a week 7 bye. So if you want to look at building your team, drafting Ravens and Bills aren't going to hurt you because they have such an early bye week. However, drafting Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, and Drake May, they all have bye weeks, week 10 and later, with Brock Purdy having a week 14 bye, which is right before fantasy playoffs. Herbert, week 12, which could be playing for seeding. Drake May from the Patriots, also a week 14, could be playing for seeding. Bo Nix, week 12. That depends on how your team is structured. That could be interesting. Cam Ward as a week 10. Russell Wilson, if he's still the Giants starting quarterback, week 14. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if that is your starting quarterback,
that's late as hell.
But if Russell Wilson is your starting quarterback in fantasy, you have a different problem. That's neither here nor there. Aaron Rodgers has a week 5 bye. So he has an extremely he's part of the first bye week. So Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Michael Penix, CJ Stroud, and JJ McCarthy have week 6 buys. So that's Caleb Williams has a week 5 bye. Jaden Daniels has a week 12 bye too. So he got another late bye this year. I kind of like these quarterbacks with early bye weeks though. Like that actually could be a draft strategy. Like Trevor Lawrence has a week 8 bye. No one gives a shit. But Stroud, McCarthy, and Michael Penix all having week 5 and 6 buys is actually really good. Aaron Rodgers, if you decide to draft him, that's not bad. Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to plug that in. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm really not. All right.
Yeah, no,
RB1.
you're not. That's just the truth.
Right,
RB1.
Yeah, kick us off with your RB1.
I'll kick us off with RB1. People will say I'm biased, but I mean it is what it is. I am going to go with Joe Mixon as my RB1. Reason being, I'm going with Joe Mixon as my RB1.
I'm intrigued by this. Like, so you're saying it for your sake, like that. If you were drafting in a fantasy draft, that's who you're targeting.
Well,
despite him being hurt, because he is hurt right now. So I'm curious about your RB1 thing with him, with Joe Mixon specifically, and for the sake of, I'm trying to find him.
Moolage, you need to jump on if you're free.
Where is
jump on if you're free? Well, I'm gonna explain why I go with Joe Mixon as my RB1.
Okay.
Number one, recently, as of last year, I got into a lot of PPR leagues. Right? You know this. I had never played PPR before last year.
No.
But you told me I would. You told me I'd do fine in PPR, which I did pretty good in PPR. Right? The reason why I go Joe Mixon is RB1. Obviously he's hurt, but at the start of the season, he probably won't play for the first 2 weeks or so. They haven't really put out a timetable yet. Obviously, if it goes past 3 or 4 weeks, he wouldn't be my RB1. But if he can somehow start within week 3 or 4, I would still take him as my RB1 for 2 simple reasons. Number one, the Texans run the football a lot. They do. He gets a lot of handoffs, just like he did last year. He's going to get a lot of handoffs. My number 2 reason is because CJ Stroud is known to look for the deep ball down the field. And when he doesn't have the deep ball down the field, he dumps it off to Joe Mixon in the flat, or whether he's running a flat, a comeback, a slant, whatever. Him and Joe Mixon have really, really good rapport on the field. Whenever he's on, and let's just be serious here. I'm a Texans fan. They did not address the offensive line. So CJ Stroud, again, this year is going to hike the ball and be running for his life most of the time, and is going to look to check down a lot. And the person that the Texans do in their scheme, check down a lot, is Joe Mixon. Now, granted, this is for me just straight PPR league. I would look at Joe Mixon as being my number 1 running back, because I know I watch the Texans a lot more than everybody else does, because I am a Texans fan. This is what I saw last year. I had Joe Mixon on one of my teams for PPR, and Joe Mixon scored really freaking high in PPR. Him and CJ Stroud have a chemistry. CJ Stroud obviously didn't throw for that many yards as he did his rookie year last year, and part of that reason was he checked down a lot. And he checked down to Joe Mixon because Joe Mixon has very, very good hands to haul the ball in. So that's why I go with Joe Mixon as my running back 1, because he can hurt you with his feet. He can hurt you with his hands.
Personally, I would not. Not as my RB1. For discussion purposes, this season right now, Joe Mixon is currently RB 28 for reference sake. The reason for me, and I drafted Joe Mixon last year, but I did not draft him as my RB1. He was my RB3 actually. I had Jahmyr Gibbs and Chase Brown as my RB1 and 2, and then Mixon was my flex. So I had a 3-headed running back monster, because people did not see Chase Brown for what I saw him as, and that's why he was who he was last year. Um, I stole him in pretty much every league I was able to grab him in because I just when Joe Mixon left to go to the Texans, I was like, wait, the Bengals don't have a running back. And then they brought in that Zach Moss guy, and I was like, I've seen enough Zach Moss. Chase Brown, I saw flashes of, and I was like, wait a minute, he's kind of slippery. I kind of fucks with that. So I was like, I took a flyer on him because initially it was going to be Jahmyr Gibbs and Joe Mixon were going to be my 1-2, and then Chase Brown said, hold my beer. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. So either way, yeah, it would still be Bijan Robinson for me as my RB1. If not, it would have been Jahmyr Gibbs. They're really close. Like they're really close. Like draft wise, based on where I'm drafting, that's going to dictate which one I'm taking. If I'm especially if I'm at the turn, which is my favorite place to be drafting anyway. Especially if I can draft at the end and I got an early pick right after that. Oh yeah,
man, I wish
because I get stupid with some of the way some of these drafts are going. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna steal some shit. But yeah, it'll
man,
be.
I love me a good old snake draft. Give me back-to-back picks. You gonna regret that shit.
It don't even have to be back to back. I can be like number 10, number 4. Like if I'm anywhere that's in the turn, like if you did a reverse order or anything where I'll make some shit work. It's tough being like I've now in these other dynasty leagues that I'm in, I've done a linear draft. A linear draft changes everything because now whatever draft position you're in, whether it's 1 through 10, 1 through 12, that's where you pick every single round. So if you're the one in round 1, you're the one in round 2, 3, 4, however many rounds you do. And that's a linear draft. And that's what you do in dynasty leagues a lot. It's what's called a linear draft to draft your rookies and your rookies. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's go over to good old wide receiver.
But you know, I like I said, I think before we go to wide receivers, I know everybody's like, really, you know, that's who you're choosing, and I'm just like, that's who I'm choosing, and part of the main reason is I think I like Joe Mixon when he was with Joe Burrow. I like Joe Mixon now that he's with CJ Stroud. I think him and CJ Stroud will take a better step this year and having a better rapport. I really do. And like I said, my pick is just straight for a PPR league. For a PPR league, I think Joe Mixon could turn out to be a high running back number 1 this year, just based off of the amount of catches he had last year in the NFL. He was catching balls left and right. And of course, he is a workhorse. He's a workhorse running back. He took a lot of snaps last year. The problem was he did eventually get hurt. But man, when this dude was healthy, he was healthy. He was a monster.
Oh no.
He just missed a lot of time.
He made my team unbeatable in one of my leagues for quite some time until he got hurt.
Right.
Changed things.
So if your concern is his durability, and you said, well, I can't draft him as my running back number 1 because of his durability, I don't have an argument for that. But when he was there, his production was freaking outstanding. And I'm just going by his production. I am hoping he doesn't get hurt this year and he has a better year this year without getting hurt. And that's just me being hopeful, not me being realistic, because like I said, the Texans did not address their offensive line issues. For the most part, they think bringing in a new offensive line coordinator will solve a lot of their issues, and I don't see it because they do not have one stud on that offensive line. But you know,
no, and you traded Laramie Tunsil away, so
yeah, I think Laramie Tunsil needed to get traded away.
Well, I know, but he was y'all's best offensive lineman, no matter how
he was. I just he was for the past couple of years. I don't think he was last year though. Last year, he started aging, and you could tell a little bit. So,
well, he picked up a fair amount of holding penalties last year too.
So,
for sure, I think he's not too far. I think he was within the top 5 of the league leaders in holding penalties for offensive linemen last year.
Yeah. Which was when he first came to the Texans. That was the absolute opposite. The
Yeah,
absolute
wasn't that
opposite.
part of the
So
was that part of the that wasn't part of the Deshaun Watson trade, was it? That was when Watson was still no, that was part of the Watson trade, I thought. Or was that right before?
Laramie Tunsil was he in Miami? I think he was in Miami. I
Yes.
think he
He
was
was in
part of the
Miami.
Arian Foster trade, like
There we
some
go.
kind of trade exemption or something.
Okay.
And so, but nonetheless,
Mm.
I'm not hating on Laramie Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil has some really good years here. So,
Yeah, no, for sure.
he just got older.
Yeah, receiver receiver's easy for me. My wide receiver one is Jamar Chase. It's easy. I had this argument with somebody, even ironically, last when I was in San Antonio this past weekend, and I'm like, they're like, how can you take Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson? I was like, it's easy. To me, it's very easy. One, to me personally, Jamar Chase is a lot more like a TO type of receiver. He's big, strong, and fast. And that's my favorite kind of receiver. It just is. Like you're like, is Justin Jefferson quicker? Maybe. Is he faster? That's debatable, actually. That's actually very debatable because Jamar Chase is faster than you think when he's in the open field. But if you're like, even if you were to ask me, like, you could have any of the top wide receivers in the NFL to start your team with, I'm taking Jamar Chase. I'm taking Jamar Chase 10 out of 10 times. That's just me. I think he is literally the prototypical build of what you want in an
Hey,
NFL wide receiver. So Jamar Chase is my wide receiver one.
Mr. Gent, you can unmute your mic real quick. Let's run through. We gonna run through something real quick. Okay. You
Yeah,
play fantasy, right?
I haven't, but I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
Ooh, shit.
Okay, then
You've
the
been
bald headed
thinking
one can
about
sit
it.
this one out.
I mean,
You
I,
said you've
I
been
can I
thinking
can
about
talk I can talk football. Always.
No, I was going. Okay, so okay,
I know
so
y'all talking
since
about who y'all pick was, for
yeah, so
y'all
tell me
first overall.
who your QB one would be.
I want to run with Jaden Daniels because I feel like he has
Okay.
something to prove this year. That last year was it was tough, but I feel like he can go get through that shit and go further this year.
Who would
Uh,
your running back one be?
one.
Give it a. You should think about it. Take a second.
Ding.
I would say Christian McCaffrey since he's back, but at the same time, I feel like they're gonna try to keep him with less touches so he doesn't get hurt again. So give me. I'm rolling with Saquon again.
I went with
Okay.
Joe Mixon and GQ. Who'd you go with GQ?
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan, yeah,
B.
I feel like
Robinson.
Bijan probably.
Bijan the Dijon mustard.
Yeah, I feel like this year he needs to prove something.
All right, so
Mixon.
now
I know you hurt.
I,
So, but at the same time,
I, I went with
I
Joe
understand.
Mixon.
I understand
I
why you put it.
definitely went with Joe Mixon. So now we're on to receivers, and GQ picked Jamar Chase as his wide receiver one.
Who'd you pick? Who'd you pick?
Well, we were about to get there, but then you popped
Oh,
in. So
okay.
I wanted to
You know,
I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop and give you a chance to backtrack and catch up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so man, I wanted to pick Jamar Chase, and I don't want to sound the same as GQ. So
I mean, but it's okay if you're just agreeing with me because
yes, I agree with you, but not every. I mean, every team has a wide receiver number one. So, surprisingly,
are there 32 wide receiver ones?
I mean, they
Like
technically,
yes.
technically there is, but is there 32 wide receiver number one's talent? No,
No.
but somebody has to take the wide receiver number one position on every team. So,
except in Green Bay.
They definitely needed in Green Bay. You stop that.
I said they don't have one because they keep
you said.
alternating.
Well, yeah. So, I'm gonna break it down for y'all in two separate ways. Who I think is going to, I'm gonna say this. Who I think is going to be crazy this year, and has potential to be wide receiver number 1 in the next 2 or 3 years overall. And that would be Jeremy's guy. That would be Mr. GQ's guy from last year, and he told y'all over and over again, keep an eye on Puka Nacua. He told you. He told you. He said it time and time again. That's the guy I would keep a watch on if you're in a dynasty league for the first time this year and you have and you're starting from scratch and you have a chance to draft Puka Nacua, I would tell you take him in the first 3 rounds.
Puka Nacua is currently the number 6 wide receiver,
right,
in PPR and standard. I actually want to see where he is dynasty wise. Dynasty wise, he is also number 6. So he's just the number 6 receiver in general.
Right, because you got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, and then you get to the person. Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then you get to the person who I would say would be. Damn, you already said Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's who one of my top 3 receivers. If I was look, I don't want to be the same as say Jamar Chase, right? You know, because I do believe Jamar Chase is wide receiver number 1. So going forward after Jamar Chase, I actually, and y'all can hear me on this, I would actually take Nico Collins if Jamar Chase wasn't available. And I know y'all gonna be like, well, he's a Texans fan, but here's the thing. The reason why I would take Jamar Chase is Justin Jefferson is always double team, and it's no slight to him. He is very talented. Very. CeeDee Lamb is going to split now that he has Pickens. And Tank Dell is out for this year, who would be Houston's number 2 wide receiver, which would leave me with Nico Collins between 3 or 4. Just because CeeDee Lamb is going to split and Justin Jefferson is going to be double teamed. And I'm not saying Justin Jefferson can't beat double teams. I'm not. But it's going to be hard for him year round to keep on being productive because Minnesota has Jordan Addison,
who's
Justin
suspended
Jefferson,
for the first 3 games.
Who is suspended for the first 3 games. So, and after the first 3 games,
and you have a rookie quarterback who's
right.
You have a second-year quarterback starting as if it's his rookie season in JJ McCarthy. So there's that playing in it. I don't know if it's against him or not. We're gonna find out. I am interested though, because so Nico Collins is wide receiver 7 in rankings. I'm surprised by this one thing. You being the resident Giants fan you are too, that you didn't say Malik Neighbors.
No, I didn't say Malik bruh. And the reason why I didn't say Malik Neighbors is, and y'all can say whatever you want to. Mel gonna get on here and probably go off on me at a certain point, but I think Russell Wilson is done. I do.
I think Russell, but it could be Jackson Dart or it could be Jameis Winston. Don't really matter because if it's Jameis gonna throw the ball to him. Whether he intercepts it or not is a whole other thing, but he's gonna get it.
Exactly. Jackson Dart,
he's gonna have the attitude doing it.
Yep. Jackson Dart has yet to prove himself. Jameis Winston, we know what Jameis Winston is. He can be good or he can be very, very bad.
He can be 100% this modern generation's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right. And oh man,
that was a good one.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Why he can't be Chad Pennington? Why can't he be Chad Pennington instead?
Because Chad Pennington don't have disastrous games like that. Not
That's
like
good.
that.
That's okay. So, but yeah, I would go Nico Collins, and like I said, I think out of all the QBs in the top 10 compared to yards last year, obviously outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Brian Thomas is really, really good. I just don't think he has that good of a quarterback in Sunshine.
Sunshine
Puka,
under serious pressure this year.
Puka Nakua is really, really freaking good, people. I
Except we
just
don't
don't
know
know
who
if
his
Matt
quarterback.
Stafford's back is going to hold up.
This fool said, "I forgot how to comment on you. You gotta watch on YouTube. That's how you comment on YouTube."
Yeah, he been all every time we've been trying to comment on my Facebook.
Yeah,
If y'all,
you gotta be. Yeah, you gotta watch the stream on YouTube to comment on YouTube.
so I'm gonna run down fantasypros.com online. Their top 10 receivers. I'm gonna start at 10 and go down is Drake London, AJ Brown. The reason why I don't have AJ Brown higher over Nico Collins is because he is going to split obviously with Devontae Smith. Let's just be serious here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is really good, and I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't think he's going to fall off in his production at all. Actually, I just
You said you're reading the fantasypros.com?
yeah, fantasypros.com.
No,
Amon-Ra St.
I'm on fantasypros.com and looking at the rankings, and they have AJ Brown at 10.
AJ Brown is at 9. Drake London is at 10.
This one has AJ Brown at 10 and Drake London at 9.
Well, this one has Drake London at 10 and AJ
That's
Brown at 9.
crazy.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just like, you said
maybe,
Fantasy Pros, and I'm like, I'm staring at
maybe
literally at Fantasy Pros.
First
right
of all, you put me on this website. Let's not.
I know,
let's not
that's why I'm
forget that.
like,
So, but I don't. Let me see, you know what? Let me see when this article was
on. I think
this article that I'm reading. It was done August 13, 2025.
Okay, so you're time out. You're reading an article. Now it makes sense. I got you.
Well, I'm just looking at the rankings. The rankings was done August 13, 2025.
I'm also looking at the rankings, sir. Literally, the rankings. Like, so what you saw, which was the standard. So the standard had Drake London at 10, AJ Brown at 9, and the PPR had them flipped.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that makes sense though. Because Devontae Smith is.
Yeah,
I feel like Devontae Smith is more of the possession receiver on that team.
Okay, gotcha. So yes,
yeah,
this is what we use. Yes, I play a lot of fantasy football. Yes, I use Fantasy Pros. I have it on my app. I have all of my fantasy leagues synced to Fantasy Pros. This is how I learn the things that I learn, and I listen to copious amounts of fantasy football podcasts. So
of course.
Here's a small trade secret of one of the things that GQ does when he's doing his fantasy football research. And Fantasy Pros is one of like 6 websites that I use.
So AJ Brown is 9th, and that's probably because he's going to split a lot with Devontae Smith. And it's no slight to AJ Brown. Devontae Smith is really, really good. I know y'all remember Devontae Smith from college. He was a dog.
If you don't,
college.
That's crazy.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is 8th, and that's because Detroit chooses to run the ball a lot. I am pretty sure that's what it is. And Jared Goff is the quarterback. And a lot of people still don't believe in Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is a really good quarterback. I just don't think he's elite.
That also just shows you just how different standard versus PPR is, because you're reading the standard rankings, but PPR has Amon-Ra in the top 5. He's number 5.
Yeah, because Amon-Ra is one of those few wide receivers that will run the route tree. He can go slant. He can go not slant. He can go in the slot, or he can go over the top.
This man is Buddha Man 33.
Brian Thomas Jr. comes in at 7, which is a really interesting one because Brian Thomas Jr. is actually underrated at how good he is. Puka Nakua is 6, Malik Neighbors is 5, Nico Collins is 4. That concludes tier 2. CeeDee Lamb is 3, Justin Jefferson's 2, Jamar Chase is 1. I put Nico Collins as my number 1 just because, again, knowing the Texans, Nico Collins is going to get a lot of targets. Knowing my quarterback, CJ Stroud, Nico Collins is going to get a lot of targets. Nico Collins is so much up and above, way better than all the other wide receivers in Houston. And it's not a slight. Nico Collins is a superstar if he could stay healthy and put together a good season. He has superstar potential. And I think GQ would agree with this. So, and I also do think Mr. Gent would agree with this. That's why Nico Collins would be my number 2 after Jamar Chase, because I think he will get a lot of targets this year because the Texans. What's going on? Because the Texans did not address that offensive line. C.S. Stroud is going to have to get the ball out of his hand quick. So
that's why I had Nico Collins on number 2 as well.
Right. Obviously, I had Jamar Chase number 1 because, I mean, he's playing with his college quarterback. They're both elite in the NFL. They're both great in the NFL. Fantasy-wise, whether they make the playoffs or not, they're going to put up fantastic numbers.
We don't care what you do in the regular season when we're talking about fantasy at all. This is why the Cowboys are relevant in fantasy football.
But like I said, I think CeeDee Lamb will suffer because he has to split the load now with George
I don't think he's going to suffer as much as you think, but because I still think he'll finish. I guess I'll go out on a limb and say this. I still think he'll finish top 5 in yards.
Well, no. Well, okay. So when I say suffer, right, I think CeeDee Lamb was better than. I think CeeDee Lamb was better than Nico Collins last year overall. So it's not like I'm dropping CeeDee Lamb down to like 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. I just don't think he'll.
I think CeeDee Lamb is in the top 5, but that's just I
still got CeeDee Lamb in my top 5. I just don't think Nico Collins will finish with more.
The rankings have him at 3, right behind. Actually, one ranking actually has him ahead of Justin Jefferson, which I do not. I do not have him above Justin Jefferson. I'm sorry. We're not doing that at all. No. Any day of the week, no. Like, do I like CeeDee Lamb? Absolutely. Is he an explosive player? 100%. He's not Jay Jettis. We're not doing that. No. All right. Anywho, let's get to the tight ends. This one's easy for me. Even though I don't like talking about this because it's kind of like me giving DJ Micah be my trade secrets, but it's okay. I'm doing it anyway. But my tight end my tight end 1 is Trey McBride for this upcoming season. 100%. He showed flashes once Kyler was healthy and started really getting on the field. Like, I know a lot of people are going to say, Brock Bowers, which is fine. You're not wrong for saying Brock Bowers. Don't misunderstand it. I think George Kittle is going to be in the mix this year. TJ Hawkinson is probably a sleeper this year, which is crazy to say because he's been one of the prior to the injury, he's been one of the most consistent fantasy tight ends that we've had. However, now he's fully healthy, and the fact that he has a quarterback in JJ McCarthy, who's a rookie, he's probably going to be the tight end check down king this year. So don't be surprised if TJ Hawkinson finishes like in the top 3 in catches this year because of that, especially in PPR setting. However, give me Trey McBride. That's how I feel.
That's how you feel.
I ain't never seen George Pickens run no jet sweep because George Pickens ain't that fast.
Well,
Pickens got north and south speed. He ain't got east and west speed. That's different.
I'll tell you what then. Because I'm so good at not what's the word I'm looking for here? Because I'm not so good at echoing your sentiments exactly. Okay, I hear you on Trey McBride. But you're onto something because Trey McBride is also my number 1. Absolutely my number 1. I don't even know what to begin to describe the skill. Trey McBride is one of those rare tight ends that can block, stay in block coverage, and go out and catch passes and make a difference in the game. He'll score touchdowns. He'll do whatever. He's very, very, very skilled. Absolutely skilled.
What has to do with it the most, and people probably don't think about these kind of things, but I think it plays a role. His age. Trey McBride is 25 years old. And I think that part gets lost. Like Trey McBride was drafted in the NFL at like 23. So he already came into the league a little older. Brock Bowers is 22. Sam Laporta is 24. He's gonna have a bounce back year. He was a little banged up last year. TJ Hawkinson is 28. So I really think you might have 2 more
TJ
seasons left
Hawkinson
out
is
of him.
only 28.
Brother, that's old for a tight end. Stop it.
I know.
Tight ends age like running backs. Like
I know that's old
look,
for a tight
yeah.
end, but I thought he was older than that. He just looks older than that.
Now Kittle and Kelsey are still your oldest ones. Kittle's only 31. Even David Njoku's only 29. Mark Andrews 29 with a 50-year-old body. I'm sorry. God damn. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're not lying. That's why I'm laughing.
You ain't shit.
I know. Because Kelsey's 35. Kyle Pitts is 24. For the love of everything, please, Michael Penix, throw him the ball. If y'all don't want him at tight end, just move him to fucking receiver and let him be the number 2 receiver behind Drake London so we can get what we deserve. Because Kyle Pitts was an absolute dog at Florida. And he was supposed to be like a unicorn when he was drafted. And he has been treated like everything but it was an Arthur Smith thing. Fuck you, Arthur Smith, for doing that. You almost did the same thing to Bijan Robinson, you bastard bitch. So I hope the fucking Steelers just crumble because you don't like to use your talented weapons and just why you traded away George Pickens, you dummy. Anyway, I digress. So yeah. And then there's that Tucker Kraft guy who's also on my list of dark horses to keep an eye on this year. Very consistent in Green Bay. He got banged up one time last year, but other than that, he had consistency with him. I'm going to do this. I don't want to, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you a name to keep your eyes on. And it's a rookie. And his name is Colston Loveland. I'm going to tell you to keep an eye on him. Granted. He's currently the tight end 2 in Chicago because they have a tight end 1. However, Colston Loveland has the kind of skill set as a rookie tight end who could surpass his number 1 counterpart. If Chicago is paying attention and, Colston Loveland starts to ball out, I'm just saying there could be a tight end on the move during the trade deadline. Just going to put that out there. Or they keep 2 tight ends. Either or. But I'm just saying, Colston Loveland is a guy to keep your eye on. And Tyler Warren is going to be there. He's with the Colts. Don't be surprised if through the first 8 games of the season that Tyler Warren has more catches than Colston Loveland because we don't even know who the fuck the quarterback's going to be in Indianapolis because Anthony Richardson got a broken pinky and fucking Daniel Jones is the other guy, which is fucking wild.
That's definitely
relax.
I will for what?
There's no reason.
Relax about what? Hey,
right.
yo, what the fuck? Over?
He had a good season.
A1, which is fine. I mean, it didn't help. He still got replaced by 3 quarterbacks in a sense, which is fucking crazy. He also, they also had they had fucking Tommy Cutlets and all these other fucking quarterbacks. Anyway. Y'all's tight. You're tight in 1, Mr. Jim. Before we go on a random tangent about Daniel Jones, we don't need to.
I'm gonna give it to Brock Bowers. But,
that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
I do feel like Evan Ingram was gonna be pretty prominent in Sean Payton's offense. Just
listen to Mr. Gent dropping dimes, dropping coaches. He already knew Evan Ingram was in Denver. Listen. Micah, you can make that look on your face all you want to, but he's not wrong. If anybody can use athletic ass tight ends in the NFL, it is motherfucking Sean Payton. Sean Payton is one of the best at using athletic ass tight ends outside of Bill Belichick. Those are 2 coaches who use athletic tight ends better than anybody else. And that's Bill Belichick and that's Sean Payton. One of them is in the NFL, one's in college now.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, say something. Go ahead. Because yes, Evan Ingham did play for your Giants, and then
Mm-hmm.
he played for the Jags last year, and he was like their only saving grace. Um, well, and Brian Thomas Jr. a little bit, and now he's playing with Sean Payton in Denver. Go ahead. I'm just waiting. I know you finna say some crazy shit. Just go ahead and pop off. Whatever it is you got to do.
Fuck y'all. And fuck the Giants too.
With the mic drop down with it.
My man is.
That's funny.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. But he's right. All right, Mooley's having Wi-Fi issues like one of us does every week. I am hoping and praying that after this week, I will no longer have internet issues because I will be back to AT&T fiber.
Right on time for Battlefield.
The whole fucking weekend. I saw my stats. My stats weren't bad. For only playing one day, stats were good.
Man, I gotta say, man, that Battlefield beta, I guess some niggas was like hopped up on Mountain Dew or some shit, like Talladega Nights, but they was on that shit murking. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was getting the clap, and I've been playing shooting games for fucking 20 years, and I was getting fucking worked.
Brother, the first thing I did, I played that first game. I got my ass handed to me. I immediately went to the settings and turned off crossplay. Them PC gamers was dog walking.
That might have been what it was, bro, because it was like as soon as you poke your head out, somebody like bing right in the center of your fucking forehead.
I was like, nope.
PC players.
I was like, nope, I'm not fucking with you PC motherfuckers right now. So turned off crossplay. I only played with console players. And then the game started to level out like it normally should. It's not that I don't like PC gamers. Like, I just, on a game like that, when I'm playing a beta and I'm trying to get a warm and fuzzy for a game, I don't want to fuck with you. I can click a mouse and get a headshot type ass motherfuckers.
That's the thing. Like, they're much more accurate than us on console. Like, a joystick can only do so much accuracy wise, but nigga with the fucking mouse, he gonna put the fucking cursor on your fucking forehead. It's gonna go right there.
Like, it's, yeah. Listen, facts. I got this weak ass Xfinity Wi-Fi too for a few more days, and then I don't.
I was gonna make a joke, but like only you would have got the joke. But I was gonna say like Xfinity is like the GSA of like internet service providers, like, and niggas who if you ever had to deal with GSA, you already know what I mean. Like GSA fucking sucks.
Oh my god!
You know. I
know.
What I mean.
I drive them and I use their fuel card. Yes. Oh my god! Now
that shit fucking
sucks. Here's the crazy thing. We're not gonna go on a tangent about this because people won't understand. The one good thing that GSA has, because there's only one, my opinion. When I need to get that motherfucker serviced, it's easy. Because they got a whole contract, and all you got to do is say, "Oh yeah, I'm a part of a fleet." Oh yeah, you a fleet? Yep. Like, I got my windshield fixed twice in 6 months. I went to Safe Light, and them boys got about $3,000 from me. Well, from Uncle Sam, but you know what I'm saying. But
but GSA would be like, if you need something, GSA be like, we got one choice. If you don't like that motherfucker, give us an essay about why you don't like that motherfucker, and we'll give you a second option. And you get the second option like months later, like, I don't like this option.
Now, what is trash is like getting your vehicle fixed is one thing, but routine maintenance, oh yeah, don't go get an oil change and spend over $100.
They want documentation.
No, they won't. You got to call the number for us. You got to call the number for purchases over $100.
Wow.
Yeah. So like we got to be ghetto. I'm like, hey, can you split that payment into two?
It's a whole different world. Y'all looking at us like, what the fuck y'all talking about?
If y'all don't deal with government contracts, y'all won't understand. But the ones that do, you get it. All right, let's get on. Now that
I'm gonna sit out of this.
It's okay.
We're going on a different subject. I don't even know what y'all talking about.
We got our panel here. Let's do the thing. All right, let's get to our trending topics for the day. All right. we have been cooking in the chat for the last week and some change. We have brought to you a fair amount of trending ass topics. But I want to start with this one because this one just is like a saga within a saga within a saga. And it starts with a custody situation. We're back on this custody shit again. So let's get back to it. So, if you're not aware of this said custody situation, let me just summarize you real quick. Um, Haley Bailey has a baby with this guy, DDG. I don't know much about DDG. He doesn't seem like a bad guy, but there was a time after they had this child that he had their child on a live stream, and that caused a whole bunch of issues. All of a sudden, now, their child's name is Halo. Cool name. I'm a fan. Not gonna lie. Um, but Haley Bailey wants full and sole custody, where DDG would have no rights to Halo whatsoever, and DDG wants 50-50 time shared with both parents. So here we go again with these scenarios that don't make a lot of sense. Like, what I need to understand is what's wrong with the father for the mother to want something like this? I would like to know, because that's not okay. It's not okay. Let's just start with that. It's not okay. Um, you as the singular parent, even though the child has both parents, you want to be the sole everything for the child, and you want the father to basically legally sign his rights away. This is what I'm gathering from all the things that I've been reading, which I've never heard of before. Like, I would be curious to see what judge would even be like, this is the verdict. You must sign your rights away. Because that's basically what she's asking for. So I'm like, so you want him to have no visitation, no nothing. Like, something is
I think
going
it was
on
like
here.
supervised visitation at best.
No, that at one point it was that, like, but it was only supervised visits at certain locations approved by the mother. Like, it was like she basically picked, and then it was like, between, if she couldn't be there, the nanny could bring the baby. Like, it was like a laundry list of things that were going on. Like, but it doesn't make sense. Because the way I see it is, if this is the scenario at hand, the father has to have done something extremely egregious. And if that's the case, you as the other parent, why are you not filing some sort of charges of some sort? Because at this point, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and we're not here to tell you what's going on because we don't fucking know. But as parents, there are 3 different parents on this panel right now. I am firmly, and I do mean this with all due respect and disrespect, if a child is fortunate enough in this life to have both parents, and both parents are of sound heart and mind, both parents should have access to that child. However, on the other side, if that child has both parents and one parent is completely reckless and irresponsible and all the things that would endanger said child, then I understand if this was what was going on. But since we don't know, we're kind of speculating here.
I'm gonna say this. I know they're both young. I think they're both like 24, 25.
Yeah,
they're young parents. Apparently their relationship was like tumultuous, what have you. We don't fucking know. We weren't there. People can speculate all they want, but like, having seen custody battles, how they play out, like, unless you have like de facto fucking proof that the other parent is a raging fucking psychopath and like a menace to society and like just needs to fucking sit next to Hitler in hell, like, most courts won't just be like giving you what you want just because you said the other parent is XYZ and this and that. Like, they got to definitely fucking prove that the other parent is unfit. And like, I feel like what she's doing, like, I feel like she's trying to get the court of public opinion on her side. And if you want to come to me for saying that, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
She accused him of verbal and physical abuse, as well as engaging in online drama and bad mouthing her to his fans, which would tie into the court of public opinion thing you just said. However, on June 5th, DDG was granted a temporary restraining order against Haley Bailey, and then that's when he dropped the countersuit to get sole custody of their son. So they're both fighting for the same thing. They're both fighting for sole custody. They're not even remotely talking about any sort of joint custody. Like it's literally a fight for who's gonna have full and sole custody of the child of Halo. So,
Man, look, as a parent who has to co-parent, like it don't matter how you fucking feel about your baby mama, your baby daddy. The court gonna be like, y'all need to figure this shit out. We're gonna give y'all this fucking parenting schedule. Y'all follow this shit and come back in 3 years and let us know how things are going and we'll amend it. But it's like you just can't off rip ask for fucking 100% custody, no visitation. Like the motherfucker really has to be a menace to society to get some shit like that. And I've known motherfuckers who are fucking drug addicts and still got custody of their kids. Like it just you can't. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's a stupid ghetto situation. I feel like the child is the one that's suffering because the parents can't come together, get out of their own fucking egos and their feelings and shit like that. Like I don't know.
The child is literally only 20 months old. And so what we were talking about on the visitation to kind of bring everybody into the mix, excuse me, is that a Los Angeles judge had ruled that DDG could visit his son in Italy under one condition, that a professional monitor be present. So there's that. So
but
now
here's my thing though. Here's my thing though, bro. Like, how can you take somebody's child out of the country without them having any real say so in it? Like I know for sure if I wanted to go to fucking Guatemala with my daughter, I had to run about her mama. Like I couldn't just fucking be like, oh, we're gonna hop on the plane, I'll catch you. Like you can't just fucking leave the country with somebody else's kid.
I agree with Moo, and I hope the judge rules 50-50. But so I'm kind of catching up on different. Now that I done kind of did some deep diving, I done came up on some stuff. So the way it's kind of been going is like Haley Bailey has just been winning most of these back and forths, if you will. But where to go? In Rome, grandmother, professional monitor, enable. Yeah, so they basically what's happening is they're targeting his character. Even so, like initially he wanted to have permission to visit his daughter with having his mom as the professional monitor, as they're calling it, and then Bailey's lawyers pushed back saying that they don't feel like his mother's a professional monitor because she enabled the streamer's bad behavior. So they're targeting his behavior as the reason why she should get sole custody.
What behavior though?
Because she's citing physical and verbal abuse, and that he was bad mouthing her to his streaming community or whatever.
What does
bad mouthing have to do with the
kid? What exactly does that have to do with the kid? Like, if he thinks your podcast sucks, or if he thinks you shouldn't have a podcast and your shit sucks, then what they got to do with the kid?
Yeah, well, and apparently, this really became a problem when he had his son on his stream, because everything is like, even the judge is like, he can't post his son on any social media platforms when he's in Italy with him. Like, so you're basically telling this father that he can't be a father with his child, like, and I'm not saying all
this shit on social media all the time.
All right, so when it came down to it, his Halo, the son, was going viral for all the memes and stuff like that for how he was looking at certain times and stuff like that. So that's when it got to the point where Haley was like, "Oh, I don't want my son on social media like that." And then he ended up on the podcast on the screen.
Hey, I listen. I'm not trying to cut you off or whatever, but let's be serious. The problem started when he had his son on Kai Cenat's live stream, and he was getting all these gifts. And real niggas know this, because there was no problem really that much until he appeared on Kai Cenat's stream. She was like, "That's not what we agreed to," and this, and that. And it's just like, nigga, that's his son. Like, at the end of the day, and I hate to say it like this, and a lot of people are going to be mad at me, but I don't give a fuck right now, right? Women don't create kids on their own. They don't.
So you were right about two things. One, their age, 25 and 27 respectively. Two, Mel, no, they have not said anything about these said videos. And here's why I'm about to add to what Mel just said, because I keep it, when we start doing research, we start finding shit. So when DDG told the judge that he wanted to block Haley Bailey from taking their infant son to Italy, alleging that she posed a risk to their son's safety because she had previously threatened self-harm. Now we're getting somewhere, because if you as a person, doesn't matter who you are, male, female, insert pronouns here, doesn't matter. Once self-harm becomes a topic of discussion, that child is now at risk. And I don't mean like she would do anything nefarious to the child, but the child is in a position where what if something happens and the son is with, and the son is with mom. Now what? Now what are we, because if there's very few things when it comes to these types of random celebrity crazy cases of any kind. But when we start having issues like that, when that becomes a thing, when that becomes a topic, the fact that it's documented somewhere, because if he is saying that, hey, she has previously threatened this, it's somewhere. It's somewhere. Yeah. So that in itself is a risk. I'm not saying like that should be like the reason she like loses the case or anything like that, but understand that is an issue that needs to be addressed accordingly. As much as she and her legal team is attacking his behavior or whatever, however they're framing it, they could counterattack, as crazy and fucked up as this might even sound, with that. Is it nice? Is it the right way to go about it? No. But when you're attacking someone's character, that's one thing. But now when someone has, oh, there you go. See, he showed, okay, there you go. He showed the text messages.
So when it comes down to it, because she's saying that he's bad mouthing her to the fans, but at the same time, what she's doing is she's being smart about it. She's not necessarily bad mouthing him, but at the same time, she's showing her fans that she don't really mess with him, and she has a larger fan base than he does. So I honestly probably last.
Does she though?
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, last week he ended up getting swatted at a paintball place.
And
so I feel like in that case, people are coming after him. So it ends up building her case a little bit more, at the end of the day, and that's not a good look at as in the child safety. Because if somebody gets swatted, you know how that goes. You know what that looks like. He's getting handcuffs, put in the back of the car, and everything like that. So I feel like
I'm not lying to you. I'm just asking, does she though? Because 4 months ago, we could obviously be like, yes, she does. But
no, she does, because you got to remember, she started off however you want to frame this. She started off as a little bit more of a successful musical artist because of the group she with her sister, and then she did her stint on Broadway. And
she did. But the reason why I asked though, is she though now, is because of the way this specific case has really taken America by storm. Like a lot of people, and there's a lot of women online now that's like, yo, DDG is right and he has a case.
But there's a lot of on the other side of saying that,
I'm not saying no.
They don't care what he's saying or what.
Obviously, but I'm saying when y'all sit there and say, well, she's bigger, and it's just kind of like well, is she right now though? Because there is a lot of people now where it's just like, yeah, I know who she was or whatever, but now they know who he is too.
Yeah. So it's
a lot.
So and you're right. But when what me and Gent are saying, which ties into what Outlaw said, is with her being bigger, that using the court of public opinion thing is their biggest thing. It's their biggest weapon. As much as me and you, Micah, have talked about this on numerous occasions, The court of public opinion should have absolutely not a goddamn thing to do with legal court proceedings of any kind, because it's not true to the facts. It's just people speaking their opinion, which is what it is. Like, the court of public opinion is people's opinions. It's not the facts. Stick to the facts and life is good.
I feel like this whole
that part. See, thank you, Mel. It's that. It's globally versus American, because she is globally known. And
I think he's globally known too, though. That was
not to the
point.
point. Not to the extent that she is.
Stop and listen to what I'm telling. Stop and listen to what I'm telling you before y'all sit there and judge. I'm telling you, the most famously known type of music right now is hip hop. I'm not saying she has more fans. I am sitting here saying the gap isn't as big as you guys think it is, because a lot of people,
no one knew who DDG was before Haley.
You can't sit there and say people didn't know that, because DDG was stop it. People obviously knew who Halle Bailey was. Halle, right? It's not the other one, right?
I'm stopping right there. I don't know who the fuck obviously is, because I know who the fuck she was till The Little Mermaid came out.
See, and that's my point. And that's my next point, because obviously people knew who she was. Okay, Outlaw, I'm gonna stop using obviously, but people knew who she was because she was Chloe by Halle. But there was a lot of people out there also knew who DDG was because he was a rapper, and they know him even more now because of what's going on. And I'm saying they're on the same level. I'm just saying I'm just saying, like, yo, there's a lot of people listening to his music right now, and his streams have popped up a lot more since. There's a lot of people.
A lot of people are popping to his streams to see what he's doing wrong, so they can report him or attack him.
That's fine, but a lot of people are also listening to his music now and streaming his music, and they didn't know him before. So the fact that it's just like, well, yeah, they got yes, I know they got co-signed by Beyonce before The Little Mermaid. I'm not saying that, but Halle Bailey is the less famous one of her sister because she sucks as a musical artist.
She got
unless somebody writes her music.
Chloe,
yeah.
Chloe, on the other hand,
who the fuck is her sister?
Chloe.
I'm gonna send. Don't worry. I'll send you some links.
Yeah.
But
look,
but
Chloe,
hold
on
on.
the other hand, is globally famous because she makes really good music. Halle hasn't made good music in how long now for y'all to sit here and say, well, she's this and that.
Yeah, but no, I agree with Mel. No, Chloe is definitely Chloe is the lesser known of the two.
Chloe's not the lesser known of the two.
Chloe, to me,
now
because
she is.
Yeah, because of Color Purple, Little Mermaid, and there's more to this. The couple of Broadway stints that Halle had outside of Chloe, like that's where she really picked up. Yes, and Chloe is the thick one for reference for those who don't.
Chloe's the better one, and has better albums. Chloe's not the lesser known of the two. The only reason Chloe would be the lesser known of the two with kids because of Halle playing Little Mermaid. That is it. Other than that, Chloe is the most known of the two for music purposes. She
everybody listens to their music.
Like Chloe has 2 or 3 solo albums by herself now. She is definitely Chloe does look better. Let's be
Man, I was on Google. And I ain't gonna lie to you. She got that wagon.
Chloe does look better, but more important, Chloe, Chloe's the better musician of both of them. The only reason why Halle would be even more known is just because she played Little Mermaid. She did not, and she was not the more known sister before she played the Little Mermaid at all. And that's what I'm going by on this, because this started before she even played the Little Mermaid shit. Right. They are around the same level. Like what y'all are saying right now is like, well, Halle is the more known this and that. And I'm just like, no, she's not.
in the current state of this case and the last 4 years, yes, Halle is definitely more known than Chloe over the last 4 years, and it's
I
not
don't
even
think
close.
she is.
I
I don't think
I
she is
I
because
think
Chloe
because of Little
even though she
Mermaid and
played
Color Purple alone took care of that, and she has other things, musical things that helped her. Now, I'm not saying that Chloe's not in this at all, but we're just taking the last 4 years. It's different,
yeah, that's true.
and I
Whoever
and
said
I
that
agree with Mel too.
out
Like
loud
I
ain't
don't
looked
think,
up.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I don't think what y'all saying is true. I think Halle is more known just because she played Little Mermaid, but Chloe has been known for years upon years upon years because she signed to Beyonce and her music, and that's the thing that people are forgetting. So that's why I
no,
don't think
a lot of people know that's what helped
like
catapult is
like
the word we'll use.
okay, that's fine. That's why I don't think it's that wide. And y'all are sitting here saying, well, she's way more famous than DDG. No, she's not. And the reason why she is not is because hip hop is the biggest type of genre of music worldwide. It really is. People, DDG has been rapping for years.
Yeah,
We
no,
know who DDG.
he's dropped 4 albums. Like, I mean, but
DDG has been known for years upon years upon years now. So the gap that y'all are making it seem is not as big as y'all are making it seem. People
it's
know who DDG. A
no
lot of people
no
do.
one's saying DDG is unknown. Like, but if you look at their respective, we'll say following, if you will, which plays a somewhat of a role here. Her following is bigger than his. Like, and it's like 22 million versus 4.2 million bigger. Like that's a difference. That's a massive difference in the world of what we're currently talking about. That's really it. Like, I'm not saying that in any way. Like, I'm not saying that DDG is irrelevant.
I don't even think
Like,
it's
I'm not
that wide.
saying that.
I don't even think it's that wide because Chloe, not Chloe, Halle does not have music of her own. Right, according to Google, DDG got more money, and that's what I'm saying. Like
hip hop ain't bigger than Disney. I mean, Disney just keep buying shit.
Hip hop is bigger than Disney at this point because hip hop is what everybody wants to do.
Disney just bought. They have part of ESPN who just bought NFL Network. They just keep growing. Like
that's business moves, but that doesn't mean the people underneath that brand is bigger than everybody else. That doesn't mean everybody under Disney is bigger than somebody else just because they're under Disney.
No, we're just talking in like the way Mel framed it, which in his comment was just saying like if you look at it like across the board, like in totality, like Disney is just more people would just in general, the average person, not cultural. Let's take culture out of it because
I'll take culture out of it, and I'll take culture out of it, and I think Disney and hip hop at this point are on the same level, just based on the way you release music now and you release videos and stuff now. I think Disney and hip hop are close enough to where that shouldn't even make a difference because hip hop is the most accepted genre of music. You got people in India, you got people in Japan, you got people in China. All these people want to do hip hop. Exactly. Hip hop might be bigger than Disney.
All those countries,
it's the truth.
All those countries you just named have a Disney park. And
I know they have a Disney park, but all them countries I just named also has a big hip hop scene where everybody wants to do hip hop. That's just the way of the world now. At one point, this was a up and away conversation where it wasn't even close.
Well, that's because they had to water it down because
but they don't have to water it down anymore because of the internet.
I'm saying we have always separated things like we've separated like rap from hip hop. Hip hop is a mixture of what was left of R&B, what is pop, and what is whatever kind of quote unquote rapping is going on now. Hip hop is a mixed bag of stuff. It's not what it was when we were younger. When we were younger, hip hop had a different feel, different meaning. Right now, nowadays, hip hop is a whole different thing compared to what it was when we were growing up.
So, and that's what I'm saying. So y'all can't sit here and say that. Well, Mel can't sit here and say Disney is bigger than hip hop right now because that's not true. Because right. Thank you, Moo. You know what? People anticipate music coming out more than Disney movies and or the shows. That's true. Because everybody can do hip hop. It may not be good.
They might
It may
anticipate
not
music
be
more in
good.
movie, but they get advertised more with Disney.
You can sit there and say they advertise more because they're on TV, but the internet, bro. If that was the case, Glorilla would have never been famous right now.
She should have never been famous to begin with.
Actually, Glorilla's a decent rapper. I'm not gonna lie to you about that one. She's a pretty decent rapper, and she at least put songs together that make sense. So
that's like saying Golden Corral is decent breakfast because the shit cheap.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Glorilla can actually rap. Golden Corral can't make breakfast.
Glorilla actually is she's
Glorilla is actually a pretty good female rapper by female rapper standards.
Honestly,
when you think about I'm
just
females.
trolling because like I can't tell her Ice Spice or fucking
she's better than Ice Spice
or Sexy Red or
listen,
sorry, I threw up my mouth when you said that last one.
Even though I don't think Glorilla is like this superb lyricist or superb rapper, she does need to be recognized as the best female rapper in the last 5 years, bro.
That's not a high
at least. Other than Rhapsody, and a lot of people out here don't know who Rhapsody is. Other than Rhapsody, she should be.
He's not wrong though. Like the last, you said the last 5 years, there's really not a high bar for the last 5 years.
Rappers these days.
I didn't say there was a high bar. I didn't. I said I agree with Moo when I said Glow is actually pretty solid.
I agree as well. Your comment was like, we know ain't.
But he made it seem like she wasn't good at all, and he was just like,
I didn't say she wasn't good at all. I didn't say you.
I said he.
You know what he was doing.
As somebody who grew up like on like 90s and 2000s hip hop,
MC like Eve, Lil Kim. I know
these motherfuckers these days. All they talk about is like how wet they pussy is. I'm not fucking getting I don't fucking care.
But that's why I fight back right there. That's not all Glorilla talk about. That's why I fight back right there. That's not all she talk about. That's why I actually be like, okay,
3 Glorilla songs that you swear by, and I'll listen to them.
What's the one she got with T-Pain?
Hey, that one goes.
Exactly. Yeah.
To quote Outlaw, that one actually slaps, and the music video is good.
Yes.
I think it's called. I think I love her or damn.
Yeah,
I love her, something like that.
Yeah, I love her. Yeah, Moo, you already know what time it is. I know about Rhapsody, bro. I've known about Rhapsody for years.
I just wish that
the Wipe Me Down, the remake of Wipe Me Down, she was not talking about her pussy and this and that. She was just spitting.
I'll give her a fair chance.
And
hair, chest, ass, face, and whatever she was saying.
Yeah, but that's the chorus.
I know.
And then
that's how I remember the song.
Glow for sure wasn't talking about none of that shit.
Is that the song?
Big Facts.
Glow. No. Is that song?
It sounded like that reminded me of an early 2000s Fight Club song.
Exactly.
Like if you played that song, somebody was finna fight at the party. Like that's what that song sounded like.
Did you? Hey, you asked for 3, right? I gave you 3 because you said name 3. I named you 3.
I feel like that's if I
but Mel, hold on, Outlaw. That's fine. He makes more money streaming than his music. But that's kind of the point. Is he's not only relevant because of his music. We're talking about relevancy here. Y'all are talking about who's more famous. So even if he is making more money off of streaming, he's still just as relevant because he's making more music off, making more money off his streaming. That's relevancy.
So here's my rebuttal. I feel like this. Everybody who got a fucking kid knows who Halle Bailey, whatever the motherfucking name is. They took triple uranium. Everybody knows who the fuck she is because of the Little Mermaid. Like you can't escape that shit. Like
and Color Purple if you watched it.
Yeah, like that's just some shit you can't get away from. Like my daughter has like Little Mermaid shit. That's Little Mermaid. Too. It's not the area that I grew up with, but it's the Halle Bailey, whatever motherfucker.
Yes, you're right. That name.
DDG,
That's the
yeah,
one.
he might have streams and be, going triple paper plate or whatever right now, but like,
Wow.
That's a good one. There you go. There you go.
I just as a man, 34 years old, who don't listen to fucking new rap at all, I didn't know who that nigga was until his fucking girlfriend became fucking popular. And not to fucking slight him, he might be a cold rapper. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna fucking go and look at his fucking iTunes, Apple Essentials. I just feel like
Look,
as a regular modern day American dad, I know who Halle Bailey is because of Little Mermaid. And I
look,
know her
I can
nigga or
name
ex nigga
Okay.
because of her.
I can name
That's
more
cool and
than
all.
I do.
That's cool and all that you say that. But as a regular American dad, do you know who Kai Cenat is?
Only because of Instagram.
Okay, so you're sitting here telling me you know who Kai Cenat is because of Instagram, and Kai Cenat has had DDG on over and over again because they are best friends. He is
I just know
very
Kai Cenat because of Kevin Hart. He was
I
on
know
there.
you don't. I know you don't sit there and watch Kai Cenat. Regular people don't know DDG. Regular people don't know who fucking Halle Berry. The only regular people that know who Halle Berry is the people with fucking kids because she was Little Mermaid.
I'm with Mel. Like, y'all keep trying to hype this nigga DDG.
And that's a fact.
I don't even know what the shit stand for. What that shit stand for? Dirty Dog God or some shit? I don't fucking know.
It's a part of it. It's a part of his name. It's like Daryl Danny Granberry or
whatever
something
the fuck
crazy,
that
something
shit
like
meant.
that.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I got tired of new niggas in rap
if you don't have kids, more than likely you don't know who Halle Bailey is either. And that is my point. That's my point right there. You can't sit here, and I'm not saying y'all are doing it. Just Mel comment on this, like you can't sit here and say, "Well, she's more known." No, because a lot of people without kids don't know who she is that are adults. Just the same way a lot of adults don't know who the hell DDG is. They don't know. If they got kids, they know because she played Little Mermaid.
Well,
but outside of that, they don't know her. A lot of people don't even know Halle Bailey is part of a group unless they have kids.
If you watch enough black cultural films, for lack of a better term, she's been in movies for a long time. She was in Last Holiday in 2006. It's a long fucking time ago. But it's not the point. It's the principle of the situation.
She was
also in Grownish.
She
was also in Grownish, which is an extremely popular pop culture show. Just, like if we're gonna play this game, I never thought Grownish was an extremely popular show, but it might have been. Amongst
it might have been. It's all subjective. It's all subjective.
It's subjective.
It is subjective.
The point is, you saying what you're saying, like regular people don't. I'm looking at her current selection of things she's been in. Most people have probably seen this stuff, and the average person who watches shows, like, because a lot of folks in the culture, that's all they do is watch shows, especially shows that revolve around the culture. If they've seen any of those from 2006, even Let It Shine, she was in Let It Shine as well, 2012.
Well, so we all know she was in Let It Shine from. Wait, hold on before you go further with Let It Shine. Before you go further with Let It Shine, nobody knew who Chloe and Halle was before that. So that one does not count because they were not famous then and nobody knew who the hell they were then. All they knew was just two little kids on Let It Shine. The people that were famous on Let It Shine was Coco Jones and the dude that played on Everybody Hates Chris. Nobody knew who they were at that time. So I'm not going to give you Let It Shine.
They were. They can see somebody that looks familiar and they're like, oh wait.
It don't matter if you can see and they look for. No, stop. They were not famous then, so we're not going to count Let It Shine. They weren't famous then.
That's fine. Even if you don't,
they weren't famous then, so we're not.
Even still, she was in Grownish from 2018 and 2024. She was also.
I didn't take Grownish from you.
No. So, I'm just saying, like, no matter how you look at it, 2018 versus 2025, that's still a long time ago. Today, and listen to what I have and still don't really know who the fuck DDG is. Like, I don't. The only reason I even knew who Kai Cenat was at all is because of a clip with him and Kevin Hart on the same stream, and then he popped up somewhere. I think something WWE related.
But again, I sit here and I tell you, again, a lot of parents don't know who this person is because they don't get down with. I'm a person who I don't care about Kai Cenat and this and that. I don't care for him or whatever. I don't think he's that funny. I don't think Drewski is funny either, even though people will come after me. Drewski's funny, this is not.
I don't like Drewski at all. Drewski is lame as hell.
But again, with the younger crowd, like the same way y'all are saying, well, she was Little Mermaid, but with the younger crowd, they know who DDG is and they know who Kai Cenat is.
Yeah, no one's saying you're wrong.
The adults might not know. The adults might not know, but the adults without kids do actually know most of the time who these people are.
Yes, but
because they follow these streams.
It's the adults who are doing the legal case trial stuff, not the kids.
I know it's the adults doing the legal case trial stuff. I'm not.
That's what's relevant here. Like that's what's
important. I am talking about what he said. There's 8 people talking about it, and 6 know Halle, and 2 know DDG. Okay, whatever. The 6 that know Halle got kids. Okay, so I am saying
why you all got those kids?
Because the only reason why y'all know the only reason why people know Halle is because they have kids. But more, y'all are sitting here downplaying the relevance of DDG when DDG has been.
No one's downplaying who DDG
relevant.
is.
DDG has been relevant. DDG has been relevant in the culture of hip hop and in the culture of streaming for the past 6, 7, 8 years. And people follow him.
I'm sorry, 2018. I apologize. 2018 because he had Young, Rich, and Black. I'm looking at the music. That's the only reason I'm learning.
Right.
But I'm following the tea leaves here.
Right. But I'm saying he's been so much relevant now in the past 3 or 4 years that y'all don't realize. Well, because
why is he more relevant?
We don't follow streamers. I don't follow streamers. Because he's a streamer as well.
Well,
I'm not talking about everybody. Look at Melton. I
do what? More relevant. What changed these 3 or 4 years and why he's relevant?
Why he's relevant in the past 3 or 4 years? Because streaming has become more popular in the past 3 or 4 years. Did you know who Drewski was 2 years ago? But Drewski is one of the most well-known people. Now he's on commercials and shit, right?
Yep, Drewski, Kai Cenat, I Show Speed.
Right, I Show Speed is in the WWE now. Was he relevant 3 years ago?
Well, hell no.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. Even though he was in the industry 4 years ago as a rapper, doesn't mean he can't be more popular now. Just because you don't follow the streaming culture, and he has a lot of people. DDG has a lot of people that stream him now. A shit ton. Do I stream him? No. Do I care? No. But I'm not going to sit here and say, you can't sit here and tell me that.
So based
Halle
on
Berry
everything
is
DJ Micah B said, I'm just helping. I'm adding to your own case here. He has 1.8 million followers on Twitch, 6.9 on Instagram, 7.1 on TikTok, 3.2 on YouTube. There's that. Like, we're gonna say that for what it is. Now let's add the other side of this, just to keep this conversation relevant. Okay. She has 9 million followers on Instagram alone.
Boom.
Yes.
Like just on Instagram. Like and she has 4.9 on TikTok. I'm actually looking for YouTube. I don't know if she's on YouTube like that, but I'm looking for it. I'm trying to get all the numbers here.
Thank you, man.
I absolutely don't know if she's on YouTube.
She has 2.3 on X, which the fact that people still use X, I know, but it's just weird.
No, I think a lot of people still use X.
Because for her, she doesn't really like YouTube's not something she needs because of her. But I found. Oh wait, here we go. Let me try. Okay, I don't want to play this video, but I need to. I'm trying to open this in a new tab without playing the music, but I have to find what I'm looking for here. Oh, shut up. She has. Okay, I think. Wait, is this? I gotta make sure. Okay. Yeah, so he's got her destroyed on YouTube. She only has 566,000 subscribers. However, her other 2 platforms alone trumps all of his combined. Like her Instagram following almost trumps his entire following.
So who has more fans?
That's all. Now, and she has a ton
Oh.
of views. However, she has a ton of views on YouTube, but he's a streamer, so his views are different because that's like his money maker. The way I got to say that.
Drewski is more famous than Oh, my bad. I just realized I was reading out loud. My bad. I was reading the comments.
I thought you was reading a comment to us or something.
No. My bad. I was reading Mel's comments.
No, and that comment's true. Drewski is more famous than DDG, like because Drewski is on public
Drewski is just
like the sponsorship deals. His sponsorship because he was on what the hell is that, the new betting app, the sports something that everybody, the purple one.
Yeah.
That was a big one that took off on. Then that was like one of the bigger things that he took off on.
He's another one I never found funny, but I mean,
no,
hey,
you're not
more success to him though. I'm not hating on his success.
I'm not hating on his success. I don't find him funny.
Less than DDG.
Yeah, like his,
and he still became more famous than DDG.
Yeah, like that show he did.
Because that's what he all he does is stream. That's what he does.
Yeah, like and I think, to be fair, to completely be fair, we have to, and I think we're kind of doing it, but not entirely. We have to put streamers in a different category because that's a different fan base altogether. Obviously, most of us won't watch streamers because we don't.
That's kind of my, but that's what I'm saying. That's kind of my point.
Yeah,
though,
but
when I'm sitting here saying, like, you can't literally sit there and say she's more relevant or she's more famous because,
well, when we're using the metrics of followers, that's really how you get ranked, is your following, your likes, your viewership, like that. Those are all the metrics that define these things. So if she has 9 million followers on YouTube and she on Instagram, excuse me, and she posts one picture and that one picture gets 5.5 million likes, that's more notoriety from that one metric perspective. Like, I don't know if that's what's happening, but we got to use this modern day thing when it comes to this stuff with the social media and how people do things. But she's more, this is where Mel's comment about her being more worldwide versus him is because her fame comes from things that she's done that's on the mass media. Well,
I don't think it does.
Because of movies and entertainment.
I think her, and I brought this up over and over again. I think more, I wish I had a metric right now that would say how much followers and how much likes she gained after being Little Mermaid.
I'm about to say, well, because Instagram wasn't really that big back then either. But for Mermaid,
because,
I mean,
because the perfect equivalent of this is, what's the guy that played on Aladdin as Aladdin? I can't think of his name.
I can't either, but I can look it up real quick.
But I can't think of his name. But I remember him blowing up and going crazy with followers after him playing Aladdin. Even
Mina Masood.
Even the girl, what's the girl name that played Jasmine?
Naomi Scott. I do know who
Naomi Scott. We all knew who Naomi Scott was, but her following wasn't that big until she played Jasmine. Disney is a brand that will blow you up. And that is a fact.
It's just Naomi Scott because she played the Pink Power Ranger in the last movie.
I know
I
that.
was about to say, I've known her from quite a few movies.
No, I'm not saying. Did y'all just hear what I said? I'm not saying I know who Naomi Scott was because I did see her play the Pink Power Ranger. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, though, before she played Jasmine, her brand wasn't as big as it was.
Yeah, she did definitely go off of,
because
off of
Disney made her almost triple her following because she's going down as Princess Jasmine for this generation of social media era. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
You know what? I want to touch on that real quick, Michael, because I feel like you made a very salient point. I feel like for us, the Disney classics are the classics, but like for the kids these days growing up with the live action movies, it hits different because it's attached to an actual live actor. So like the Halle Baileys and the Naomi Scotts, the chick who plays Snow White, they're gonna always be remembered as the Disney princesses for these kids. To us, they just fucking, who the fuck are you,
To make a sports, you're right, and that's what I'm trying to make. You make a sports comparison. Tom Brady is worldwide famous, and Josh Allen is big in different football circles. Both famous, just different levels. But you see, you say that, but I don't think Tom Brady is as big and as famous to this newer generation because they didn't watch him play.
No. See, you're already taking what he said out of context. He said worldwide famous. Tom Brady is definitely worldwide famous.
I'm not taking it. No. I'm not taking it out of sports circles. I'm saying the flip side of it is he said Josh Allen is in big, and I didn't finish, and you chimed in what I was going to say. And Josh Allen is a big in football circles. The better comparison would have been Tom Brady to Patrick Mahomes. People our age, we all think Tom Brady is better, and Tom Brady should be more notably famous. But most of the kids now that's in elementary, junior, high school, and things like that, they're going to tend to lean with Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes will definitely have a bigger following. That's a fact. He will have a bigger following because they didn't watch this guy for the most part, but they will think because he's won more Super Bowls, in age does have a lot to do with it, because famous is famous. Age has nothing. Okay, so why more people think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan? Plain and simple. And y'all know that's a fact. That's why the board is silent right now.
Well, I was trying to keep it to where we had it. But you said what you said about Mahomes and Brady. Those same kids that were in high school, that are in high school, or however you want to frame it, were in like middle school when Brady was still running the league. Like Mahomes.
I don't think.
Like,
but see, that's what we differ. So, I don't think Brady was running the league.
When I say running, but he was the one you knew who was winning Super Bowls. Like he was always in the mix. Like he was always there. So it's like we have to remember, we have to frame this accordingly. Tom Brady has been around since the year 2000. Like he's been around for most of these kids when these kids were born. Some of these kids that are in high school now were born. Brady had already won 4 Super Bowls. When they got older, he won 3 more.
I tend to agree. I tend to disagree, Mel. That LeBron is not more famous than Jordan in this era. I tend to disagree. I really do. I really do. The amount of people that say. Matter of fact, I think Kobe and LeBron are more famous than Michael Jordan is in this era. Right now, I think Kobe and Michael Jordan are more famous than I think Kobe and LeBron are more famous than Michael Jordan right now in this era.
I don't think so, based on Jordan's shoes.
Well, yeah, but see, I just think Michael Jordan always had the better shoes.
That's why he's always
based on shoes, but again, this is what we're coming down to again, where it splits. As a basketball player, I think LeBron is more famous in this era, and I think Kobe is more famous in this era. But as it goes as a standpoint in fashion, and the shoes, I think Michael Jordan is more famous. And
I was about to say, I was just about to ask you how we're framing it, and I think you kind of did
right.
It. When you say more famous, what context are you putting it in?
A basketball player. As a basketball player, I think Jordan and Kobe are more famous in this era because especially because most of the players in the NBA say LeBron 90%. What NBA players 90% Jordan is the best player.
He's saying 90% of NBA players are saying that Jordan's the best.
They don't. They don't. 90% of the players 90% of the players that was in the league before 2015 think that. But that's a small percentage of who's in the league now. They didn't see Michael Jordan play. They got to watch it on YouTube or whatever. It's not even just yesterday. Most players right now in the NBA think LeBron or Kobe are the GOAT, especially the better players and the superstars. That's true. Even Devin Booker thinks Kobe is the GOAT. Like there's lots of examples
there's a special affinity that also that Devin Booker has to Kobe as well. So
yeah, Kyrie Irving is another one. Like there's a lot of people that think Kobe is the best player to ever play basketball. There's a lot of people that think LeBron because that's what they know and that's what they saw. So
I don't fault people for whatever their I don't like the GOAT conversation. I just don't. I think it's stupid. But
I,
I'm gonna
I think
frame
it
it
is
like this.
because we all know Michael
Yeah,
Jackson is the.
like
I mean, Michael Jordan is the best. But
I'm gonna frame it just like this. People's GOAT is subjective because there are people who there are humans who watched basketball prior
I
to
like how
Jordan
you
who
said
will
that.
who just but there are fans who watched the NBA prior to Jordan who don't say that. Some do, but not all. Then there's those who watched it during the Jordan era. Then there's those who watch it after, and then there's this current, generation. It's just how you decide to go with it, and that's perfectly fine. I don't think anybody who says any of those players are their GOAT is wrong because you can't tell somebody who their GOAT is. Like you just can't. Like people can choose whoever the fuck they want.
Like some people think that Giannis is their goat. Like it's that
If somebody
they
think
all have
Giannis they
different
go,
things.
we're gonna have to have a conversation.
I'm just saying
No,
that,
no, no, that's not
I'm
what you
talking
just
about
said.
I
That's
know,
not what
but
you
new
just said.
generation.
but it's funny. No, but it's
But
funny
they,
though. I still
This
I
man
think
they
I
said,
do
Giannis
think it's
is
funny.
very
"Oh,
they don't
I gotta
they
address this.
Which one? The Tupac one?
Tupac is still considered a rap goat, and he's dead, and has been since '96. You said considered a rap goat, not the goat. A rap goat. I'm not saying people don't think Michael Jordan isn't a goat. I said people think Michael Jordan isn't the goat.
I would still
The
argue
goat.
that he's more famous because they compare everybody's career to Jordan.
Yeah, I understand that. But most of them, especially in the analytical era, will sit here and tell you why LeBron is the best. And a lot of them will argue why Kobe is in the top 5. Because
That's
the
true.
analytical era, they will do that. But analytics will sit here and say for most people that LeBron is the GOAT, and they will go by analytics in this era and say LeBron is the GOAT. That's why most people think LeBron is the
Listen,
GOAT.
Even then, they'll
analytics
still compare his
analytics
career to
make shit
Jordan.
real diluted because analytics will also tell you that
We
James
know
Harden is one
this.
of the greatest scorers of all time. So
James Harden is one of the greatest scorers of all time.
in an era where they don't let defenders play defense,
He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. I'm not saying he's
Has he shoot the ball well?
top
Yes.
top 15. I'm just saying he's one of the best scorers of all time.
yeah,
He
does he
is.
score well? Sure, in the regular season.
He does. He definitely scores. Hey, listen. Say what you want, but James Harden went to 2 conference
Hey,
finals,
listen,
and that's more than a lot of your favorite players.
listen.
Not you,
I'm
because
about to
you're
say not
Dwayne
none of
Wade
mine.
fan. Not you because you're a Dwayne Wade fan.
I was
But
about to say, hold on,
I
wait
was
a
like,
minute.
I watched my GOAT carry a team to the finals, so
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't like Pac, and I'm not saying Pac
So
isn't
no,
a GOAT.
so
I
here's the
am
thing.
saying he's not. I'm saying they don't think he's the GOAT, as in the greatest of all time. They think he's one of the best.
A lot of these YNs in general don't even respect rappers from back in the day like that. Like we've seen interviews where some of these mumble rappers was like, I don't, they don't respect, Pac and all. They've said this like verbatim, which is crazy, but like, I
And
mean,
that's
if you
not
like,
me even saying that.
like that's just like I don't know. Music has changed so much to like, how do I say this the right way?
You got people like you're saying NBA YoungBoy is the GOAT. You understand me? So like hey, I'm telling you, I am telling. Hey, I'm trying to tell you,
it's gotta be. It's gotta be people that's 21 and under.
You got to remember, I DJ for a lot of different age groups.
I already know you're not wrong in that regard,
right? And I am definitely in the culture. There's a lot of people that's like, look at YoungBoy. I think YoungBoy was 28 now. YoungBoy 28.
I don't know much about him.
He got over 20 albums and this, and he producing 2 and 3 albums a year. YoungBoy the GOAT. And they'll just skip over every other era and be like, YoungBoy is the GOAT. You would be surprised talking to these kids. That's why when Mel sat down was like, even the generation now think Michael Jordan is the GOAT over everything else. No, they don't. I'm with them all the time. I'm a DJ. I am arguing with high school kids all the time, telling them, yo, y'all just don't understand how good Jordan was. Y'all don't understand how good Kobe was. They keep saying, look at LeBron. He shot above 50%. He this, that. His PER was this high. He been on top of the game this long. He been in the playoffs this many. I'm trying to tell you.
No. It cracked me up when you was talking about YoungBoy talking about he dropped over 20 albums, this, that, and the third. I'm like, there was a point in time when there was a rapper and his name was Too Short and he was dropping an album like
Oh
every
yeah.
like the man dropped
Oh
34
yeah.
goddamn albums.
Talk about it, man. You
But
better
this man
talk about
talks
my
about it.
boy
He
Short
he
Dog,
he he
nigga.
rapped about the fact that I done dropped 18 albums in like 24 months or some crazy shit like that. Let's not do that. You can drop as many albums as you want. However, Micah, you know this very well, and Moon and Mel know this as well. You can drop as many albums as you want. How did them albums perform?
And I dropped
Young
3
Boy's
albums,
album
put me on the
performed
front,
very
and they bump.
fucking well.
Good.
They have performed very well.
But at the same
They
time,
have,
that's all they know. Like,
and
that's
that's
all
the
they
issue.
know. They have not been taught any other type of music or any type of hip hop or any type of rap, and that's all they know. That's all they're gonna listen to.
Let's see here. Let's
You
find
can
out. No,
say that, but Young
so
Boy's albums have done pretty damn well. I mean,
That's all they know. So that's all
okay.
they're gonna listen to.
So NBA Young Boys. I'm looking at his numbers because we like to play the game. Al Young Boy 2 and Until Death Call My Name are his two like biggest selling albums.
yeah.
They each sold 2 million in the US.
Okay, see,
No,
but
like
The whole
I'm
damn album was
not
fire.
done. I got more numbers. Relax. I got more numbers. I was just reading what's happening.
Them albums were
So
fire.
that same album, the Al Young Boy 2 thingy, certified twice platinum with 2 million units sold in the US. Both were certified platinum twice. And I don't know why they're only giving US numbers, but that's what they're doing. Because I don't know how big NBA Young Boy is. Like,
Did you Google it?
Going outside of US.
well, that's how things start. That's how conversations start. You got to Google it, then you got to start searching accordingly.
I only asked because normally when you Google stuff, you only get American things. But if you use other websites, you get
if I reword it,
international.
if I reword it, which I'm about to.
But nonetheless, that sounds about right. That does sound about right.
Let's look at worldwide album sales. Oh, okay. So most of his numbers are literally quantified by US numbers. He doesn't have an exact number of worldwide sales because his figures are all over the place. So here's why I'm saying that, because this generation is already watering down what a successful artist is, because a lot of the artists that we grew up listening to, when they dropped albums, they weren't just nationwide, they were worldwide. They were doing worldwide tours and they were doing worldwide numbers. The fact that NBA Youngboy on this current search, I even rephrased the entire search, he doesn't have enough quantifiable worldwide sales to show that he is, as these young kids are saying. But that's also a bunch of kids who ain't never traveled the globe before. There's also that part of this equation. Now, however,
you don't get off YouTube.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's a terrible artist, because he's got some serious key points that I do want to read off. He does hold the record for most platinum albums by a rapper to debut in the last 10 years. That's a relevant thing here. His albums frequently debut high on the Billboard 200, with several, achieving number one. So there's that. His music performs exceptionally well on streaming platforms. So there's that. Streaming is a big part of this modern era of music. If you do well on streaming, you can do well. Granted, we've seen how the return on investment on streaming numbers is, and it's kind of trash. How these streaming companies you can stream 1 million and you only gonna get paid like a couple thousand off top, which is crazy. He has landed numerous top 10 albums on the Billboard 200, tying with legends like Jay-Z and Nas for the third most among rap artists. So there's that as far as top 10 albums go. So there's some relevancy to what he does. He was the 6th best-selling artist in 2023 with 4.2 million total sales, and the 7th best rapper in the US. Okay. So amongst artists, he was the 6th, and amongst rappers, he was the 7th bestseller. So there you go. There's some simple quantifiable numbers to understand why this current generation feels the way they feel about him. Like I said, I'm not here to discredit the man. I just wanted to see what the numbers were. I don't listen to NBA Youngboy. I can't tell you an NBA Youngboy song. I'm not old enough. I'm too old. If you
do, you not know Right for Creep?
No.
I'm
Right
about to
foot
with my
free,
brother.
If
fool,
Like
walking
listen,
with
I was
that
about to try to
heat,
brother,
say
fool,
earlier, like
blood on
this
stage.
YN music is beyond
if
me.
I
Like
listen, brother, if I show you my
Don't
if
the
I show
only
you my
reason why
Spotify and my playlist, I have none of that on here.
the only reason why I asked that is because that's the song they gritty too. That's other than that, I would have never asked you that because that's the
Like
song they hit the gritty too.
here's what's crazy. I listen to more Big X the Plug than I do NBA YoungBoy.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
think that's
say, Big
crazy at
X is
all.
like the only modern new age rapper that I'll
Like
fuck
Big
with.
X is on a bunch of my workout playlists. Like
I don't think
his
that's crazy.
like him, even Mexican OT, he's on my plate. Like
I don't
those are
think that's crazy either.
but those artists to me, those artists sound more like the artist I listen to.
That's
So
what
let me
I
ask you
grew
a
up with.
question then.
Go for it.
So-
No, you're fine. Go for it.
So if Big X the Plug doesn't have as many streams,
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does.
and
I don't
Mexican
know what his
OT
numbers
doesn't,
are.
and Mexican OT doesn't have as many streams, right?
Mhm.
But you still fuck with them, right?
Yeah.
Because you like them and things like that, right?
That's the whole point of this conversation.
Yeah, and you think and you think they're better than NBA. I'm not saying you think that you because you don't
I
listen
don't-
to Young Boy.
I don't. Yeah, I
But-
can't give you an objective answer.
But to,
because
but
now
to you
I-
they are but to you they are more relevant than Young Boy. And in the South, they are more relevant than Young Boy. Then in certain places they can be more relevant than Young Boy.
Oh yeah, demographically, 100% they could be based on where you live. Absolutely.
So why is it crazy to think that DDG can't be more relevant than Halle Bailey?
We are done with that conversation.
But we already went through the numbers of all the fans.
No. Y'all went through the numbers of the fan and we're done with it.
Following.
I am sitting here telling you that Rihanna is the most streamed artist ever with like 14 billion streams and only made 2 million off of that.
I'm telling you, that streaming shit is robbery.
Yeah, streaming is robbery.
Even Snoop Dogg told everybody. He said that's why he don't give a fuck about streams. That's literally what he says. I don't make no money off streaming. But he makes so much money on other
as an
things.
artist now is by touring, and that is actual facts.
The only people that make money off of streaming in general are actual streamers. Like
Could they get gifts and all that?
Yeah, like artists, like musicians and stuff like that. Like they make their they make their money off of touring, like money that they can actually put in their pocket that's actually going to help them sustain a living.
I'd say even touring ain't really the bag no more because like niggas can't sell out concerts no more.
Shit.
Some.
How about say some?
Some.
Good artists can. The problem is a lot of these artists have one or two songs, and it's like we don't know shit else by you, so we ain't going to your concert.
Yeah, well, a lot of these artists need to stop booking fucking stadiums. Like, you're not gonna sell out a stadium. Go to fucking House of Blues.
It's only these newer artists that can't tour worldwide. Because the ones we be referring to, like right now in 2025, if Eminem announced he was having a worldwide tour, it'd be sold out within the first 24 hours.
For the Eminems of the world, yeah.
But that's the point. It's all about preference and in this case relevancy / notoriety, like because there are some because like
I was gonna say because of age, but yeah, that
as a DJ I need you to answer this question for me. If NBA YoungBoy went on a worldwide tour, would it sell out everywhere? Do you think? Because I can't speak on it. You have to speak on this. I'm asking you.
It would. I think it would sell out
nationwide. I can see, but worldwide. If he goes to like, let's say he does all 50 states, and let's say he does, I don't know, let's say 12 countries. Let's just say 12 countries. Doesn't matter. Would he sell out? Would he sell out worldwide?
He's a felon. He's not outside of the country. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying that he couldn't do it. I'm just saying.
Hold on, Moo. I didn't hear what you said.
So he's a felon, so he's not really allowed outside the country.
Yeah.
So then that kind of.
So I think
that question.
I think he would sell out in America right off the rip. I do think he would. I don't know how he would do overseas because I only deal with international artists anyway when I'm DJing, as you know, when it comes to Caribbean music and shit like that. But he would definitely sell out in the USA. I don't know about overseas because I don't know how much people listen to him overseas. Because overseas, you like hip hop has their own kind of style overseas, especially with UK grime rap.
We're not gonna talk about that because there was a whole beef that was just going on that somebody tried to say this UK rapper was better than Joyner Lucas, and I was like, sit your ass down. Don't talk like that.
I'm just saying though. I kind of don't know because overseas they do have their own kind of hip hop. They really do.
Well, from Mel, what they said is he's a felon, so he can't leave. So that might be
He
what's
can't
keeping him
leave.
from
He,
touring.
but I think at this point, Young Boy is like a 3-time felon. The only reason why
That's
he
fine, yeah.
isn't stuck in jail is because he has money to get him out because he's a rapper.
Let's see. NBA YoungBoy is a convicted
No, he
felon.
didn't.
He was
Joyner lost the battle, by the way.
he
No,
was
he
sentenced
didn't.
to 23 months in federal prison for possession of a firearm from a 2020 incident where he was found with the gun during a music video shoot. Okay, so
He's in prison now.
he's had fraudulent prescription. He was a part of a fraudulent prescription drug ring in Utah.
Yep.
He had
That's
an
why
assault
he got
and an assault and kidnapping case in 2018 and 2019. An assault and battery lawsuit. 2019 was a shooting in Miami. Okay, so he got pardoned in May of 2025 by the president, and he will not have to serve means he will not have to serve the probation and its associated requirements. However, the underlying conviction for possession of a firearm as a felon still remains. So he's pardoned for everything else but the current possession of a firearm as a felon.
Yep.
So that's why he can't leave the country at this moment. That particular one.
Yeah.
Do I think he would sell out? Probably not. I think he'd sell decent though.
Okay. Like I said, I have to defer to you because I don't
because little kids and the kids in junior and high school absolutely just like love this dude. They
I hear them. They always add. They're like, Coach, you listen to him? I was like, no, I don't even know.
Yeah, they worship the ground this man walk on. It's absolutely crazy.
If you put him in a lineup of 5 people and told me to point him out, I'd probably be wrong. Like I don't even know what he looks like.
I guarantee you, I could put him in a lineup of 4 normal guys and him, and you would know exactly who he is.
Well, that
for shit sure.
Because he looks like he might.
Put 5 people that look like him in a lineup, and tell me you think I would be able to pick him out?
I still think you'd be able to pick him out.
He got that look.
Yeah, I think you would.
Let's see. Let me see.
I got a question.
Go for it.
What the fuck is a Skepta?
Skepta is he's a UK rapper.
He looks like a young Gucci Mane.
He's a rapper from the UK.
Yes,
like
Skepta is the one that dissed Joyner Lucas, and everybody told Joyner Lucas not to respond because it was whack.
Yeah. So in this picture on Google, NBA YoungBoy looks like a young Gucci Mane. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I told you you'd be able to pick him out.
Like he bite too. Bite hard as hell. Never let go. Clamp down that shit.
Well, he got the new veneer, so
y'all ain't right.
Not fucking with him right.
Moo ain't right.
Man, I thought I was a fucking savage. Y'all niggas is horrible.
Boy, shut up.
No.
Quiet.
No, the difference is Outlaw is just unhinged. That's all.
I won't be going to a Michael Jackson concert with y'all. I'm not going to that place.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Oh shit.
All right, so according to Mel said that Skepta out-rapped him. I listened to the whole thing from both sides as objectively as I possibly could. I don't see it.
I don't see it either. That's bullshit.
There's nothing that somebody from the UK can ever say that'll make me be like, "Oh, that was good." Impossible. There's no first of all,
now
I'm rolling with my 9s.
Did I think the rap beef was entertaining? Absolutely. It was fucking funny. Like it was like a random funny beef that happened. Like thank goodness for TikTok, because that's how I heard all the songs. It was funny as hell. It's one of those that things that should never happen again for 300 Jack. That's what that was. But it happened, so we listened to it.
Out-rapped him is fucking wild.
I don't think he out-rapped him because I don't see that. Unfortunately, and that
eliminated Mel's credibility. I don't give a damn what y'all got to say because
it didn't eliminate his credibility. It's just unfortunately there's still just people out there who will not give Joyner Lucas the respect he should have. That's all.
It definitely eliminates his credibility because no way. This is the first person I have seen that says Skepta out-rapped him. That eliminates credibility.
Now, look, hey, on TikTok, it's a whole bunch of people that said that. Like it was like all over the place, but then there were like people who were like standing on business. And I was like, how? Like that was my
There's a
question.
bunch of
Was literally
UK
how.
people that think that.
I was asking questions when I saw the comment of
I
how. Please
analyzed,
explain.
I analyzed every bar. I read it over and over again. I was
Brother,
like,
I did the same thing.
so
you know how we do music. I did the same thing.
So him saying this nigga is whack is somehow a bar. Okay, man. What y'all talking about?
And he complimented him. Don't forget that.
I got one more question. Because I don't know what the fuck this Skepta or who the Skepta person is. It's the first time I'm hearing about him. I got one more question. What did he rap about? Because you can't rap about guns in the UK. They don't have those.
I don't know. Maybe he wanted to go band for band with him. I don't know.
He wanted to go band for band with him.
You're gonna rap about pulling up on the trolley and shanking somebody in the side, mate. Like, what?
Move.
I mean,
it's fucking hilarious, man.
I mean, according to my current TikTok algorithm, like the UK cats are just now getting their first fresh taste of Texas barbecue, so they already ain't cultured as it is.
You know, man, like these fucking British, man, they be eating like the fucking Nazis still flying overhead, man, like fucking beans and toast and roasted tomatoes and shit. Fucking you fucking what, mate?
Squat and go have a spot of tea.
You want to fucking scrap, mate? I'll call the boys. We'll go scrap right now.
First of all, I'm gonna put your ass to bed and I'm gonna give your wife this glitzy. Stop it.
What the fuck?
Like, how did the British conquer the whole fucking world, but not the fucking spice cabinet?
So, have y'all ever seen Supercell?
Yeah.
That's what all the rappers sound like. They sound just like that, dog.
Oh my god.
They all sound like that.
Hey, bro, come up off your trainers, mate.
That's it. That's it right there.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Oh man,
I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
Now Skepta gonna make a damn mixtape about us, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, I got a friend for you. His name is Bars. I'm gonna call my friend.
But you know what, mate? Hey, mate. I'm rolling with my nons right now. If you want these problems, dog.
My nines blades, mate, because we don't have guns in the UK.
They throw bags of rocks. I'm gonna hit you with this Earl Grey tea bag.
The Earl Grey. That's fucked up as a get, mate.
And I'm gonna drop this chocolate sack on your forehead. Keep playing with me.
Hold on, press pause, Charles.
Pause, mate.
God save the queen.
I don't think they say pause. They have a different. Whatever
I like my tea with bagels, you know.
Oh,
you know, tea and biscuits.
Crumpets, I
tea
think.
And crumpets, I believe, is the word. Crumpets.
So
I gotta let y'all know, biscuits is what they call cookies.
Is what they call cookies and shit.
Yeah,
which is
that's
fucking
true.
weird.
They call fucking French fries chips or some shit like that.
Bro, have y'all ever seen the video?
Oh yeah, fish and chips. That's right. Yeah.
Have y'all ever seen the video of Kevin Hart and the English guy comparing what they call what? And he was like, "Hey, this is a trash can." He was like, That is a bin. And he was like, the fuck you mean it's a bin? He was like, that is a trash bin, not a trash can. A trash bin. You know, a con.
Yeah, the water comment was crazy. He lost his shit when he said water. I was like, oh my god.
Wow, that's water. I think it sounds like fucking Harry Potter, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, J.K. Rowling is kind of from the UK.
Ain't no kinda about it. I mean, if you really think about it, like, we're the fucking dumbasses who speak broken English. They speak proper English.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, it's only because, it's only because years ago.
And yet we still ran them niggas for that fucking tea, nigga.
Hey,
we did dump that shit in the harbor.
Yeah, that's our tea, nigga. Do something about it. Niggas
ran them out the 13 colonies.
Hey, we made tea in our own water.
Talk about Skepta beat Joyner. They couldn't beat us in a foot race. What is this nigga talking about?
Bruh.
I mean, let's be real. Let's think about this for a minute. We're not trying to give you guys a history lesson, but let's just think about this. The great, at the time, superpower of Britain lost to 13 unorganized ass colonies.
A whole bunch of niggas in horses and wigs.
How about this?
Look, hey, Micah, check this out. I'm about to do something funny as shit. I'm about to equate this shit to sports. This was the equivalent of when the Toronto
Same.
Raptors won the NBA Finals.
Absolutely was.
Damn. I'm okay with that though, because that was an
I
epic
got-
fucking. That was a good
Because
run.
I
it
got
was
y'all.
like because in the Eastern Conference Finals, we hit that shot and it bounced around the rim. That's when we was crossing over. We was getting ready to do some shit, and then it fell.
The British are coming. That's
Shut up.
That's what that was.
I got y'all, man. So here's what I want y'all to think about, right? I want everybody on this panel right now to sit back and think about this. Skepta is a top 5 rapper from the UK.
This is true. No, he is.
Oh, okay.
He is.
We had to look. We had to
he
look
is-
him up to find this out, but it's true.
Oh,
He is. He's a
I
top
believe
5
y'all.
rapper from. He's a top 5 rapper from the UK. Did he call out the top 5 rapper in America?
You know what else is crazy though is that Skepta is Nigerian, which is also crazy.
Yes, but I'm just did he even call out a top 5 rapper in the US?
No,
Like you struggle. You're supposed to be the best, and you struggled with somebody that's probably top 15 in America if we're being nice.
yeah,
Depending on where you rank Jordan Lucas.
Yeah, because
you didn't even go after any of our battle rappers because our battle rappers would definitely kill a lot of y'all niggas. We didn't even talk about Charlie Clips, Hitman Holla, Cassidy. We ain't talking about real battle rappers. We're just talking about rappers. You ain't even go after none of our top 5 rappers. Why you ain't go after Kendrick?
I'm not even gonna hold you,
brother.
Why you ain't go after Kendrick?
Listen. He went after the basketball equivalent of the LA Clippers.
Damn.
I'm getting real good with these comparisons. I'm sorry. But tell me I'm wrong. Like he went to the West, right? He went to the West where our dogs are at. He went to the West, but he went after the Clippers. He didn't go after OKC. He didn't go after Denver. He didn't go after the Lakers. He didn't go after any of the big dogs. He went after the Clippers.
That nigga went after the Vancouver Grizzlies. Stop playing with me.
God. Don't do that to Joyner. Don't do that to Joyner. Give Joyner a little bit more credit than that now.
I personally will give Joyner. No. I will personally give Joyner a little bit more credit. But as far as people that don't understand and don't listen to more of the underground rap, or how I call it in the background rap, because a lot of it ain't underground.
At least say the Atlanta Hawks. At least say the Atlanta Hawks. Don't say the Vancouver Grizzlies. God damn.
I can
Hell no.
That's tough.
Hell no.
Because
it's no disrespect to him. He's just not like, and he's just not like a mainstream rapper. Even I love Joyner. I think Joyner is cold as shit.
I know. I put you on some bangers that he had.
I think Joyner's cold as shit. Joyner can rap his ass off. But as far as where he stands in what you would consider the best rap, what majority would consider the best rappers out right now, he wouldn't be considered even in the top 10.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
Just
from that perspective.
Just saying. So
I mean, he's also not the biggest rapper in his own country. I'm pretty sure this guy named Central C is their biggest one, but at least based on sales and popularity.
There's another one?
Yeah, there's quite a few actually, but
oh shit, goddamn. I don't think these UK rappers can even fuck with our female artists. So them coming after any male artist is absolutely fucking crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really think Lil Pump can body these UK rappers. All they gotta do is say fuck UK.
No, I ain't going. No. I ain't going that low. I ain't going that low. Nah.
Game over.
Nah. It ain't that bad.
So here's the
thing. It
can
never be that bad.
Look, Moo, check. So Moo, let's check this shit out. So this guy, this Skepta cat, he does British grime. He's a British grime MC. That's what he's classified as. This is where shit gets crazy. I'm not even done yet. So you have the main genre, which is British hip hop or UK hip hop. It's the main genre. Then you got the subcategories of grime, UK drill, UK trap, and road rap.
Sound like all America shit.
So let me get you I'm in a wormhole now. So Oh, and there's Britcore, which is basically
my God.
hardcore UK hip hop, which first of all just sounds like some fucking British porn, but that's neither here nor
But
there. Um,
God,
then there's this road rap, which is their more lyrical rap focused on street tales and flows over slower beats, which is literally American rap. Sorry, UK trap, a subgenre that blends UK rap with trap music elements. Okay. UK drill, a subgenre of drill music influenced by Chicago drill and grime. Oh man, the fact that it's from America, damn. Characterized by its dark, often violent lyrical content and trap influenced beats. Okay, so basically, UK drill is gangster rap. That's what I heard. Grime is fast paced electronic genre that emerged in London in the early 2000s, known for its aggressive sound and focus on urban life. Upbeat gangster music. Um, and then British hip hop and UK is just the overreaching term for how it's originated. Okay, so that made my head hurt.
how is there anything called UK drill when they can't go on drills? You have to go on like poke missions. You can't go on a drill, bro. You have no guns. That don't even make
Exactly.
sense.
The
And
fact that
then
there is, and no, the problem with that whole thing is that it says UK drill is influenced by Chicago drilling grime.
y'all
Nothing,
have to.
there is not a single place in the UK that is as bad as Chicago.
The only hot ones you guys are throwing are hot rocks because there's no way
Like,
you
I
don't have
need
any
to know
guns.
this. Somebody, if somebody knows someone from the UK, please tell me what is your most grimy, hoodish province, city, town, whatever y'all call it, because I want to know how it compares to Chicago. That's all. I'm not. We're gonna keep it there because y'all have music inspired by Chicago. I need to know what area y'all got that is in relation to Chicago. Because if y'all can't have guns, what are y'all beating the hell out of people with chains and bats and spikes and brass knuckles and like what are we doing here? Like I just need to know. I'm not saying that there aren't bad parts. I'm curious. I'm genuine for my own educational purposes. I would like to know.
And then the grind.
According to Google, is Westminster.
Westminster. Okay. How high is their crime rate?
I don't know about the rate, but it says in 20 by the end of December 2024 was 91,380
People?
crimes.
I wonder how they classify their crimes because I'd be curious to know how many like murders. Because 91,000 is a lot. Like 91,000 is a lot, but now hold on, we're gonna do this. I can't believe we're
I'm
about to do
doing
this.
it already.
And then they got like a UK grind. What the fuck? Why do you have music that
Hold
is
on.
like comparable to
Let's just do this. I have to know this now.
the comments? I don't understand it. UK is a weird place.
Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Moo's talking about that is true. Lower rates of gun violence. The UK has strict gun control laws and significantly limiting gun ownership and resulting in far fewer gun-related deaths and injuries compared to the US. Lower homicide rate. The UK's homicide rate is considerably lower than the US.
How
Police
many?
presence in the UK. Police do not routinely carry firearms, which can contribute to a sense of safety and security.
Okay. I still want to know how many murders were committed in this Westminster place. That's the only number I need because I want to compare it to Chicago's, which I currently have in my front of me right now.
That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Y'all are beating up y'all security guards and beating up y'all police officers. They can't shoot you.
Okay, let's see. There it is. Press releases Westminster.
Not a press release. Holy cow.
It doesn't give me an exact number.
So here's the thing. Even if you find a number, the problem with whatever number you find, As of March 22nd, 2025, Chicago is still the country's homicide capital for the 13th consecutive year.
Of course.
So
Stay safe out there, boo up.
My brother lives in Chicago, literally smack dab
bro,
on
but
the
that's
south
like
side.
that is
Trust
not
me,
a
it's
that
bad.
is not a championship you want to win. The 13th year in a row being the homicide capital of the US is diabolical.
So it's not hyperbole because like I've actually been to Chicago and like I took like the train or whatever like from the south side to like downtown Chicago, and like you'll go on that train and like basically get like a tour of Afghanistan, but it ain't Afghanistan, it's fucking Chicago.
Damn.
Like I'm not trying to
Damn.
insult niggas who live in south side of Chicago, but like holy fucking shit, looks like a fucking war zone.
I'm
It's
like,
literally
bro,
Iraq.
speaking as it's crazy when you said it. I'm like, speaking, there's literally somebody on this panel who's been to fucking Afghanistan. That's crazy.
Dude, it looks like a fucking hellscape. Like niggas out there on the
Literally
old
Iraq.
block and all that shit. Like niggas like King Von and all the drill rappers. What they talk about in them songs, that's real fucking life. That's not them fucking flexing. Them niggas really out there be dying like flies, bro.
Mhm.
They live
Damn.
Them
that shit.
niggas is about that shit.
Live
Y'all
that
ever
shit.
seen that interview with Chief Keef? And it was like, how many friends have you lost to gun violence? He was like, only about 22. Only.
Only. That's a
Brother.
lot, my brother.
Brother, you lost a whole starting football team.
You lost a whole class of fucking classmates.
That's damn near a whole lineage, dog.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Damn.
glad Chief Keef got out of there. I think he lives in LA now, right? Or some shit.
Yeah.
He lives
Yeah,
in-
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not much better.
It's
I
not
mean,
much better, but you gotta
Where he
understand.
lives at
Like,
is much better than
Depends on where you
Yeah.
live in LA, though.
I feel
Can
like
the same
Chicago just a
can the
different
same
kind of
be said
beast.
about Chicago? Does it matter where you live, or is it just bad everywhere? Like, I'm
It,
not
it,
saying
it
the
does.
like
It does
It
matter
does
where you
matter.
live in
It matters.
Chicago.
Yeah, it does very much.
Like
so.
the north side is actually pretty nice. The west side is decent.
side is
The south
decent.
side, I don't recommend it. I do not.
Yeah.
I do not abide by it. If you go to the south side, I'm not gonna follow you. I'll go to hell before I go to the south side of Chicago.
It's literally Iraq, bro.
All right.
Literally.
Yeah.
Thank you for that that lesson of more reasons why I don't even like flying into Chicago in the first place. Terrible
I'm
ass
gonna stop
airport.
you right there.
Nah, that
O'Hare
we've
Airport.
brother,
I've
we've
been
argued
there.
about this airport.
I know, but they got some good food options. But that bitch is
I was
fucking
gonna
confusing.
say
No, listen, the food
I don't
options
like
are
they
great.
food.
The location of that airport is for the fucking birds.
It
That's
really
true, too.
is.
but I had
Midway
food
ass
poisoning off
too.
the food in that airport.
Like the fact that I had to, there was a point in time where I had to sleep in that airport due to a flight that got fucked up, and I couldn't sleep. Like I took that term "sleep with one eye open" literally
Man,
because I was hanging on to some very expensive gear that was assigned to me, and I didn't want to go to sleep.
there is like nowhere comfortable to fucking chill and lay down in like O'Hare. Like
I
I got
slept
stuck
on
in
a
O'Hare
bench
for like
like a
7
homeless
hours
person.
one time, and like you can only drink yourself to sleep for a little bit. Otherwise, you just gonna be fucking up, just like damn, this.
Yeah,
You're going to be up and drunk.
no,
It's-
no, and them benches ain't got no cushions because I slept on that
Oh.
motherfucker. I was
At
wrapped
all.
in a blanket with my gear on my chest, trying to sleep. Never again.
I had food poisoning at that damn airport. I hate
Oh.
food.
What the?
Hey,
Hey.
listen, you only got to get food poisoning at a place one time. You'll never
not
want to go back there ever again.
I'm gonna say this
Tell
since
you.
you said food
Hey,
poisoning
I
at the
got-
airport move. Go
I
ahead.
got to get out of here. I got to be up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, no, we in the same boat. Let's
You know what? It's
give us
12:15 where I'm at.
let's
Yeah, I
let's
gotta
get
go.
let's get these closing thoughts and let's get the fuck up out of here. DJ Micah B, lead us off. We ain't never had you lead off. It's been a while at least.
Y'all know what it is. Catch the rest of the shows this week from the sidelines. Tomorrow we got PVT, me, Moo, Willie. Friday we got Inside the Huddle, best damn football show on the internet. Period. You got Moo, you got Mel. Coming back Monday, you got Bastard the Bastard, you got Moo, Boo-Wop, Troy, and of course next week Wednesday you got the gang right here on probably the greatest show on the internet. Sorry, Moo. Sorry, Mel. Y'all know I fuck with y'all. Gentlemen's Talk Wednesdays. Y'all know what it is. As far as that goes, I am out. And shout out to the people out there that keep supporting us.
Talk to him, Mr. Gent.
What's popping? Another great show. We went everywhere today. It was fun.
That's like my
always
fucking
fun.
tagline.
No, it's when my bad, my fault. But the reason why I was late, my daughter lost her tooth as soon as I was about to hop on the show, and I was like, God damn it! So
That makes so much sense now for your tagline.
Hey, them daddy duties they never stop
yeah,
calling.
I was like, I'm about to hit to start the session, whatever like that, and then she walked out the room, just blood, and tooth hanging. I'm like, oh God. Like, we're
I'm
supposed
sorry.
to be bad. How does that supposed to happen? But all right, never mind. But I go like our TikToks, Instagrams, and everything. Run that shit up. Appreciate y'all for the comments, and y'all have a good rest of y'all week, man.
Talk to him, Outlaw.
As somebody who has flown a fucking lot this year, I'm not complaining about flying. Like, I do love traveling, but I will say there are some motherfuckers out there who like need to watch what they eat before they fucking fly, because why go to the restroom? Y'all be fucking fighting for your life in that bitch. Like, what did you eat the night before or the morning of? Like, why are you in the airport restroom shitting your brains out? Like, do that shit at home. Do that shit at home. Like, I don't want to police who can shit and how and where, but
Man,
don't get IBS at the fucking airport. The fuck?
They was struggling.
Be in that bitch fucking
Oh my
groaning and
God.
crying like, nigga, you about to hop on a plane? Like, what did you do? Why? What? If you fly enough, it'll happen to you one of these. You gonna walk in the fucking restroom just to take a whiz, and niggas in there just like, oh.
All you got to do is fly to Bush a couple times. It's gonna happen.
Bro, Bush is the worst fucking airport. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking hold you. I love my fucking city. I love Houston, but that fucking airport, God, dog, the restrooms ain't never clean. It's always in somebody who fucking had Taco Tuesday on fucking Thursday, and he gonna let everybody fucking know. Like, God damn.
Facts. Oh man, Moo, give us some closing thoughts.
It was a great show. Came in kind of late. Was at trying to finish up this workout. But I will say this though, there's nothing that the UK can do ever better than the US. So I don't want to hear none of that Tuesday sports of tea, none of that bullshit. Okay, stop with all of that. Trying to put UK rappers against US rappers. There is no comparison. Like DJ Micah B said, tune into the show tomorrow. New show, Voice of the People, bringing your voice inside, voice outside, and then Football Fridays inside the huddle. We appreciate everybody. 400 views on the last video. We need to keep that going. Appreciate the energy. Love y'all. See you tomorrow.
You heard it. I ain't got much to say because everybody else kind of already said it. So we love it. Good show. We got to do a little old school gentleman's talk style where we just said, look, let's plaster some topics and let's just do some shit. It's a beautiful shotgun blast of a show. Had a good time, great dialogue, great back and forth. Y'all cherish these moments. It's not a lot of moments where you get to hear me and DJ Micah B go head to head like that and disagree, because it's actually it gets kind of crazy. Y'all ain't seen us like
with it. I was like watching Goku and Vegeta.
You know, it really gets like that sometimes because we really stand on whatever side we own when we stand on that side, and it's a beautiful thing. But appreciate the chat coming through. Mel, appreciate y'all stepping through. Nick, appreciate you coming through as well. And John L, appreciate you. Welcome back to YouTube. Glad you made it back. And I ain't forgot about y'all, Mel and Moo. I owe y'all a random show up guest appearance on Inside the Huddle. I got to make my football appearance before football season, so it will happen. Just know it'll happen. When? I don't know, but it's gonna happen. And it's gonna be great, as it always is when we have our pop-up appearances, when we do our takeovers. But as per usual, ladies and gentlemen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we are out.
Motivation in